There's a mess. And we're on the sauce as well. Ooh. Let's just crack that open. It's going to get us through the next... it's going to get us through the next hour. I don't know what's going on in my hair today. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this, shall we? I've heard it's been nerfed. Let's see. I have a new app. It's a website, actually, that I found, and it allows me to count. So I'm just going to... Hey, by the way, hey, Jaynard. Hey, Cal, how you doing? Hope you're good. It allows me to count, so I can do this as I go. So, should hopefully make things a bit easier. Cool. So there's an epic and an uncommon. Nice. All right, let's go for this. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? I'm doing very well, very much. Very well, thank you. How are you? How are you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. We're collecting hourglasses today. Going to see how it looks, and we're going to compare to the last cycle. You're decent? Good, mate. All you can ask for, right? If you're decent. On a Sunday night here. I have a real-life business tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to be on too, mate. But I will just get this done. It needs to be done tonight, and then it can reset itself. A couple of epics in here. These are the exalteds at the moment, the exalted medium spaces. So these are the ones I would expect to see epics. Seeing them quite a lot of uncommons and quite a lot of spaces with nothing in them at all at the moment as well, which is quite interesting because look, for an exalted medium space, I'm picking up 2 uncommon. I would be expecting to be picking up the rares at this point. I have also turned down the graphics to see if it makes it any better, because I know that this can sometimes lag out. Overall, it does seem to be okay at the moment. It does seem to be okay, so be interesting to see how long it takes us to do this. We'll keep running through and we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go. I don't know if anyone else is streaming at the moment. I didn't even check to see if anyone else was on. Possible they are. But we'll see. Alright, down to the commons now. I feel like these uncommons are going to be like massive. This one completely empty, look. See, mythic large, empty. Okay. I've been told these have been nerfed. They were nerfed 2 days ago. I've been told they've been nerfed again, so we're going to see. We're going to check. It's very possible they have been. Although there's another epic there. I don't know. I'm picking up a couple of epics. That's nice. That's nice. Cheeky little uncommon there. We'll keep going. Wow, look at that. Straight into the commons now. Damn. All right. Okay. So coming out of the mythic large spaces now. A couple more to go, and then we'll be heading into the mythic mediums. So pretty much all of the top tier now done. There's not really going to be much left in terms of top tier. Which means we have 5 epic. Now we might get a couple more, but 5 epic. Is the luck of the cracked the same? Let's check, shall we? This should be 15. Yes. So that is still the same. This should be 17.5. Or 17.25. Yep, it is. So that is still the same. That's correct. Now let's check out the rare, because there's a rare here. 19.5. Yep, that does sound correct. Now I need to check the epic when I see it. And if we find another epic, we'll look. But the epic should be, I think it's 92. This app, really, really nice now. Just 4 buttons, and all I do is just press the plus. I could have even separated these down into rooms. So I could have had like mythic rooms, etc., etc., and really work these out. I even tried to make this as a Google script earlier and a button on the Google sheet, so it populated the cells automatically, but alas, my programming skills are not good enough, and for convenience I opted for this website, which is called rapidtables.com. rapidtables.com. Nice little counter if you wanted to do similar sort of thing yourself. It's called a click counter. let's keep going. Nothing in this room. Okay. Oh, look, there's an epic. Right, we found an epic. This is good. This is good. Let's check. 92. Yep, still the same. All right, cool. So, yes, the luck is still the same, regardless. Hey. Pocking Stupid. How you doing, buddy? The ironic Pocking Stupid who's anything but. You're not Pocking Stupid at all, mate. Hey. Akmonok, how you doing? Hope you're good, hope you're well. Just in time for the stream indeed. Not a rare there. Oh, look, this is a nice room. This is a medium mythic. Medium mythic picking up an epic, a rare, and an uncommon, which is nice. Glad I'm actually catching one of your streams. Big fan of your YouTube videos. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. I do have a lot of videos going out next week. I'm going to be really busy next week with content. I've got a new series that hopefully you'll enjoy. It's called Big Time Cribs. I've planned out sessions to go and record with some of the biggest spaces out there. We will be going and looking around Wildy Sharks. We'll be looking around Big Yields. We'll be looking around Custom TV. We'll be talking to all of the streamers. You've got 64 World. All of these incredible people that are out there playing the game at the moment. You've got Thunder from Evermore Wardens. All of these people, we will be going around their spaces, having a look around, having a chat with them. And I think it will be a really cool series. So you'll be able to like get some inspiration, see what other people are doing. A couple of them wanted to go and rebuild their space before we recorded, which is fair enough. So yeah, looking forward to that. Been in all their spaces and they've been interesting. It's been really interesting to look at. So yeah, I think it'll be a good series. I'm looking forward to doing it. Also, massive shout out to Jonard. Hi, by the way, Jonard. Hope you're good. Massive shout out to Coach Jonard there, who has been building out a spreadsheet, which I'm going to be using for a video soon to talk about all of the different itemization builds. Talking to the people in the Undisputed Noobs. Big shout out to Kay, shout out to Rook, shout out to Jonard. Everybody, and I hope I'm not missing anybody out, but if I am, I'm very, very sorry. Jonard, maybe you can just let me know in the chat. Is there anybody I need to shout out from the guild that I've missed that's playing the game? But all working really hard to be able to work out what the meta builds are, test different skills. And I'm going to present that in a video as well, do a little video talking about that to give you a helping hand. Hey, Toasted Waffles, how you doing, buddy? The epic drop rate. The epic drop rate looks about the same, actually. I don't think they've changed it from 2 days ago. It looks like it's pretty much on par. Somebody said it's been nerfed again. I don't know if it has or not. I think it's about the same as it was 2 days ago. We're gonna see. A lot less admin for me now, though. I don't have to. This is how I was. Okay, so this was before. This was how I was monitoring before. This is how I'm monitoring now. You can see how much easier this is. So we've definitely progressed. Also, I like to give you the alpha before anybody else. I like to tell you about things before anyone else hears about them. So I will share with you now. I have been shopping. I have been shopping. I have been shopping. I will show you. You'll be able to see. Here we go. I have been shopping. You can see I went shopping today and I went and bought an absolute ton of Origin items. Lots of them. Lots of them. Lots and lots of Origins. You will not find an Origin weapon on the floor for anything under $2.50 anymore. And you will probably struggle to find them under $3. I've been pretty much sweeping them all up. I've also been flipping some other items. So you'll notice I purchased before. I swept the floor of Alchemist tables. So I swept the floor of Alchemist tables at $12 and relisted them, and they sold today for $20, which was nice. And a few other things as well. So yeah, I decided, because here's my theory, and I might be wrong. This might be again, any strategy, anything that I do, There's no guarantee it's going to pay off. There's no guarantee. But my belief is that Origins at the moment are absolutely in the gutter. They have been dumpstered. And I believe that the team don't want anything in the gutter. So if they want people to look at future items and seasons and have conviction that they're going to be worth investing in, then they're going to need to do something with those Origins. So my belief is that they will either allow us to craft, and we will be able to craft them, in which case I'm going to be able to craft up to Exalted on some of these items because I've bought so many of them, or because they've already said they're not going to do that. So maybe they don't, maybe they do. But if they don't, I'm hoping that there's going to be some way to exchange them or to use them, maybe as a requirement for dungeons. I think they're going to do something to add value to those Origin items. And I think we're going to see in the future, people will go, oh wow, I want to buy those. And do you know what? Even if they start finding a floor of $10 to $20, which is where I think they should belong, if they start finding a floor of $10 to $20, then guess what? I can sell them all off because I bought them all at $2.50. I can 10x my money if it works. Maybe more. Or maybe I can get myself a couple of really nice new weapons. Who knows? We'll see. Wait and see. But it's a play I'm willing to take. So I've bought about, I think I've probably bought a couple of hundred weapons. Alright. I can sell my emote for $20, but it's early access. Ah, see, yeah, that's the problem, right? You need it. Now, those emotes were selling for like $1 before. You could have picked up a... See, here's the crazy thing. This is what I think is the best play at the moment, and you can't do it anymore. But the play that I regret that I missed out on was buying up sets when the market was not interested. Before the economy launched, buying up sets and then renting out those full sets. Some of these sets are renting out for like $100 at the moment. You could have picked them up for $5. You could have picked a set up for like $10. Full set, $10. You could be renting it out for $100 a month. You could be 10xing your money every month and still owning the item. People that are doing that, and there are people doing that, GG's. Like, they're the ones that are absolutely creaming it right now. I am not one of those people. You know, if I was smart, I wouldn't have to work hard. And at the moment, I'm working very hard to try and very risky as well. I'm taking a lot of risk. I'm investing a lot of capital into opportunities that aren't generating me a massive amount of yield. So it's a risky play. Bought 6 sets of new craftables, $7 to $8 a piece, and rented them out for $40 to $45 per set. See, Regman, you're exactly. You are smarter than me. You are much better at this game. In fact, I should be watching you stream. Because, well, look, I never lost faith in this game, but I lost focus. I never lost faith. I lost focus. I stepped away. I stepped away when I needed to take some time away from crypto, and took my eye off the ball. And as a result, I did not buy any of the workshops, any of the cosmetics, any of the decorations, all of the stuff I could have bought for a few dollars. I didn't. And so, yeah, I'm gutted. Like many other people, I'm gutted. But I'm grateful to be able to watch other people make money. You know, if you're making money, like you said there, if you were able to buy them at $7 or $8 and rent them out at $40 to $45 and still own the asset at the end of the month, then you deserve that. And if I missed it, that's okay, because you got it and I get to share your joy. So that's it's not like a win for me, but it's definitely a better feeling, you know. Don't take your eye off Star Atlas. Go stake those ships. Make sure you get those golden tickets on week 2. Absolutely, my friend. I need to go and do that. Didn't win anything in week 1, unfortunately, but that's all good. That's all good. I will go and I need to go and sort those ships out. I'm probably going to look to... I'm not sure at the moment. Not sure. I bought a huge bag of Atlas, which I'm looking to in the near future, I'll be looking to, maybe in the next like 6 to 12 months, probably offset that or offload that. But that's my kind of style at this play at the moment. I'm not really too deep in NFTs at the moment in games, as much as they're cool and everything, and I love them. I did buy a Shrapnel access pack, but I posted about it on Twitter. You might have seen. I felt a bit shitty about it because I paid $100 for the heavy operator pack, and then I see like some cool people, you know, like Pang and 64 World and a few other people that are in big time. And also some other people as well. They were giving away operator packs. They were giving away discount codes, and I thought, this feels like shit. Like, why would I feel good about paying $100 for a project when they're just going to give like 30% away to people? And I thought, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, should I tweet it? Maybe not. Like, you know, because sometimes around content creators, there's a fear. Like I've always said, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Some people don't want to call out projects because they're scared that those projects are gonna, you know, it's gonna hurt their assets or whatever, anything like that. So, but I'm one of these people that I'm quite blessed. I say it how it is. So I called it out, and they were really good. They definitely went out of their way to reach out to everyone in the comments and say like, hey, we'll make it up to you. So it looks like a few people on my post were able to, you know, get a bit extra for their money. Fair play. They did offer me $50 in terms of like another operator pack, like a $50 operator pack. I actually turned it down. I said no. They offered me an operator pack, and I said I didn't want it. And the reason for that is because that wasn't the point. They shouldn't have asked me if I wanted something. If they wanted to give me something, they should have just given it to me. They shouldn't have asked me. They should have just been like, hey, we've done this. And I would have been like, cool. But when they asked me about it, I was like, no, I don't want it. And yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about that. Like, I don't, like, they're not doing me a favor. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, we're going to give you this thing to make up for it. It's like, well, you make up for it by removing the thing that makes me feel shitty. I feel shitty paying $100 for something when other people are paying $70 or getting it for free. So they could have just put a $30 credit on my account, or they could have just sent me something, but they didn't. They asked me if I wanted it, and I don't know. It has, I tell you what it has done though, and this is just on principle, I probably won't invest money in Shrapnel. I probably won't invest much money into it. Just because I got a bad feeling about it. Like, not the game itself, but just the way that they were doing things, it didn't feel nice. Now, it could genuinely just be a mistake and I could end up shooting myself in the foot. But it just didn't feel nice. And I'm kind of a man of principle, so I only invest in things that I believe in. And whilst the game may, you know, the game will definitely be hyped up. But then there were a lot of games that were hyped up a couple of years ago, right? How many games got hyped up a couple of years ago and look what happened to them? Look at, where's Axie? Where's Peg Axie? Where's, do you know what I mean? Where's all of those games that people were hyping up and going crazy over? There's no guarantee Shrapnel's going to be a good game. People want it to be a good game, but there's no guarantee it's going to be a good game. But no, they unfortunately, it's a sad thing, but they gave me a bad vibe with the way that they did that promotion. And so, whilst it is just their marketing team and it's got nothing to do with the game itself, I have limited attention anyway, and there's only a few things that I can get involved in. I would much rather spend my attention on BIGTIME and focus my attention on BIGTIME than I would Shrapnel. Hopefully that makes sense. Nothing against the guys. Wish them all the best. Hope they do really well. But I probably won't. And I'll play it. Of course I'll play it. And who knows? Maybe at that point I'll change my mind. But as we stand right now, I'm definitely not looking to invest any more money into that game. If I have a couple of grand to throw into this, what asset should I purchase to start seeing income? I'm not interested in crafting. Should I go with rare medium space? I already have Time Warden. That's a really, really good question, Wasabi. A really good question. I mean, the obvious play right now is if you've already got the Time Warden. Do you have one Time Warden? Do you only have one Time Warden? Thoughts on this? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do, like, Wasabi, firstly, I'm going to do a whole video on this. I'm going to record it tomorrow, and I'm going to talk through all of this. I'm going to talk you through two options. I'm going to talk you through how I would get started with $1,000 and how I would get started with $5,000. And I'm going to talk through those options. And I might even see if I can record a $100 option as well, but because I think you can probably get started for $100, but it's going to be tricky, but I'm going to do that. You had 3, but sold 2 and have 1. Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer this, but if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for your Time Wardens? And how much did you sell them for? Roughly. You don't just ballparks. You don't have to, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but it would help me to understand where you are. Yeah, there's a lot of cracked hourglasses, I know. We've got a lot to pick up. You got them as an airdrop, perfect. So you didn't pay anything for them, great. Is that because you were part of Gold Access? Are you like one of the early players that was in Origins? Sorry. Yeah, in Origins, sorry. Did you pay for the airdrop, I guess is what I'm saying. Because you can, you know, there were people that had to like for example, I got an airdrop as well, but I had to buy like the gold pass to get it, right? So it still cost me. I got his code from something perfect. That's fine. That's cool. So, and did you sell them recently? Did you sell them for like $400? I guess that's what I'm asking. Because that's like if you did that, that's like $800, right? And if that was from an airdrop, that's incredible. Or did you sell them a while back? Did you sell them for like 200? And again, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get an idea. No, none at all. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to get an idea of where you're standing at the moment. So basically, you're saying you've got about 435 each. Well, firstly, congratulations. I think that's a great sell. And given the fact that you didn't pay for them and you've sold them for that, amazing. Well played. If I was you right now, given what you've done and where you are, I probably wouldn't be looking to get involved right now. Lunar Time Warden is at 475 right now. That's insane. There was like 13 on the market when I checked earlier. Yeah, very lucky to get them as an airdrop. I sold all my commons. I sold 2 of my exalteds at I sold one of my exalteds at 4,100 and the other one at like 5,900, I think it was. So yeah, I sold my exalteds. Took that 10 grand. Sold off all my common Time Wardens. I sold them off between I think 400 and 450 each. So yeah, I don't have any. I've got 1 Time Warden. You can see it on the screen there. I've got one Time Warden, but I did pay for my common Time Wardens. I paid $350 for them, so I didn't make a huge profit, but I did make like $50 on each of them, and I had 10 of them, so that's another $500, right? Which at the moment I'm okay with because I feel like, look, there's a squeeze on Time Wardens right now. Obviously, there's a squeeze on them. The team cannot allow the price to continue going up and up and up and up and up. They're going to price out new people and they're going to end up having a problem on their hands. They have to stabilize the market. They have to. This is their job. And so I'm fully expecting at the moment, the economy team is probably talking to the marketing team and they're having conversations and they're saying, look, we have to introduce a new supply of Time Wardens to the market. And so and again, this is just my assumption, right? I don't know this. This is just an assumption. But my theory is that Khaled will be talking to Michael or whatever, and they'll be saying, "Hey, we need to inject some more Time Wardens into the marketplace. We need to bring this price back down. It's running away. It's getting a bit crazy." And then they'll say, "Well, okay, what have we got coming up?" Well, we've got the postcard event coming up. Okay, so what's that going to do? Well, the postcard event is going to bring somewhere in the region of, and I don't actually know the answer to this, so let me have a very quick check. And I don't want to be away from this for too long because I don't want to get kicked out of my metaverse. But if we go through and look at the economy components, no, where is it? It's airdrops. Postcard airdrop. How many Time Wardens? All right, so in terms of Time Wardens, we know there's going to be 2,400 Time Wardens. All right, there's 2,000. And this is all going to be Time Wardens. Yeah, Time Warden gift mystery. And I think the Time Warden gift mystery box, Gift mystery box. So the Time Warden gift mystery box is common. Yep. Perfect. And then what was the other one I mentioned? Let me just come back. I wanna keep moving. Let me just have a quick look on the screen and see what the other one was. So loyalty platinum. Oh no, what wait. What was the other one? Not that one. A grand gift, a deluxe gift. Alright, grand gift and a deluxe gift. So what do they look like? Let's look. Grand gift and a deluxe gift. Where are they? Where's grand and deluxe gift? Huh? Can anybody find a grand and a deluxe gift? Like, what does that look like? Or maybe it's on the airdrop page. Maybe it doesn't say it anywhere else. It doesn't actually tell you what is in the grand gift. It doesn't tell you. It just says a bonus gift mystery box. Doesn't tell you what's in it though. Huh. Can anybody find out what is in a deluxe gift and a grand gift mystery box? Can anybody find that out for me, please? I'm just curious. Because the other one is guaranteed to be a common, right? The other one's guaranteed to be a common. Oh, you found it. Well played, mate. Thank you. Okay, I've just clicked on it now. Right, so this is the deluxe, and then we've got the grand gift as well. So what's in here? All right, so you could get a Time Warden. There's like 10% chance you're going to get a Time Warden, and you might not get a Lunar. You might get up to a... You might possibly get up to a rare. Okay. Okay. But it's unlikely, but it's possible. Cool. There'll probably be some, right? There'll be some. Okay. So let's also have a look at this in the airdrop. So you're going to get one of each. All right, you're going to get one Time Warden, you're going to get one mystery box. Perfect. Okay. And the mystery box might have a Time Warden in it. And then let's just have a quick look. Janod, if you're able to see the other one, that would be amazing. It's the grand gift. So my point being, there's going to be, was it 2,000? I think there's going to be somewhere in the region of around 3,000 Time Wardens. Somewhere in the region of around 3,000 Time Wardens. That's going to hit the market. Now, not everyone's going to sell them, obviously, but some will. So let's just say that, I don't know. Let's not even go 50%, which is what I think it probably will be. Let's go 25%, all right? Oh, there's the grand gift. All right, thank you. So in the grand gift, let's just bring this one out and have a look at it. So this one also has a chance, but this is, okay, so this is going to be, yeah, same, 10%, but this is higher. So, okay. So I reckon around 3,000 are going to go on the market, right? And so that's like 750 Time Wardens potentially that could be sold. I think that's going to be about 750 Time Wardens that are going to hit the marketplace for sale. Yeah, that's going to drive the price back down. Because at the moment, there's none on the market. So if I think there's going to be about 3,000 new Time Wardens, I potentially think that let's just say 75% of the people don't sell them. Yeah, they use them. Then I think if that happens, you'll probably find about 25% will hit the market. What else do I know is happening? Well, rentals. This game's been out nearly a month. The economy's been live for nearly a month. All right. The leaderboard will dictate that it's been about a month. Okay, so knowing that the people that started on day one were renting out their Time Wardens and have probably been begging for that 30 days to expire so they can get their Time Wardens back. There's a lot of people that rented out their Time Wardens who have cancelled. I'm telling you now, I can guarantee it. There are a lot of people that rented out their Time Wardens that have cancelled that rental. Which means that there's going to be another wave of Time Wardens that are going to be unlocked, if you like, because they're currently locked in a rental cycle. that are going to be unlocked. Now, some of those are going to use them. And again, some of them are going to look at that market and say, that's a great price. They're going to list them. Now, as we know from previous videos, what happens when there is a huge demand of people trying to sell something? They start to undercut each other. They work for a quick sale. And so what we're going to see, I think, personally, is when the postcards happen, when the airdrop happens, when the rental, not the airdrop, sorry, but when the rental, the first month rental expires, and the postcards, so somewhere between the 10th and 20th. Now, you have to read what Khaled said about the postcards. You got to read his message carefully. He said, the prizes will be distributed shortly after the 20th. Shortly after. So my question to you is, how long is shortly? How long is shortly? Is shortly a day? Is shortly an hour? Is shortly a week? Is shortly within the month? How long is shortly? Because if we cannot define shortly as a metric, we don't know when that airdrop of Time Wardens is going to hit the market. Who knows? Who knows? Could be same day, could be same week, could be same month. We don't know. I would hope it's a day or so, but who knows? We don't know. Could be a week. Yeah? We don't know. Could be a couple of weeks. Shortly could be a couple of weeks, knowing how the team are sometimes. So we don't know. My point being, right now, I am expecting the Time Wardens to come back off the rental market, and I'm also expecting the postcard airdrop all to happen this month. And I think that will cause enough sell pressure to bring the price of Time Wardens back down. And I don't think they're going to stay down, but I do expect them to bounce under the 300 mark. I do expect them to bounce down under the 300 mark. Could they go down as low as 200? Yeah, they could. It's possible. They could. Are they going to go back down to $20? Nope. Never. You will never, ever, ever see a common Time Warden at $20 unless somebody fat fingers it. That's what I'm expecting to see. Now, obviously, we've also got the token unlock. Now, some people have been a bit confused by that, so let me explain how that works. I'm going to finish this and then we'll talk about it. Well, we'll talk about it now, but then if you need further clarification, I will give you a visual representation. But let's just talk about it. The leaderboard airdrop will take place starting next week, and it will last for 6 months. For 6 months. So the way that this will work, there are 3 different leaderboards, and each leaderboard has 4 airdrops. Okay? There are 3 different leaderboards, and each leaderboard has 4 airdrops. The first airdrop will be on the 10th of this month. The first airdrop. And then there will be 3 additional airdrops, so 4 in total. 1 instantly, and then 1 a month until 4. So there will be 3 extra months. Hopefully that makes sense. So you get 1 initially, and then you get month 2. Sorry, after a month you get 1, then after 2 months you get 1, and after 3 months you get 1. So it's 3 months, and you have 4 airdrops in total. Now what's going to happen is the first airdrop is going to go out on the 10th of this month. Now on the 10th of next month, the second leaderboard is going to drop its first airdrop. So the first airdrop of this leaderboard, so leaderboard 1, airdrop 1, on the 10th of this month. On the 10th of next month, you have leaderboard 2, airdrop 1, and you have leaderboard 1, airdrop 2. And then what you're going to see is in month 3, and 3 is going to be the worst month, you're going to see, for leaderboard 1, you're going to see airdrop number 3. For leaderboard 2, you're going to see airdrop number 2. And for leaderboard 3, you're going to see airdrop number 1. So you're going to see 3 airdrops, which is going to be 75% of the... So effectively, they're 25% airdrops, right? So you're going to see a 75% dump on the market of a full month. So just bear that in mind, that month 3... So basically it tapers up, then month 3 and 4 is the dump, and then 5 and 6 tapers off. Yeah, so that's kind of how you need to look at this. So I think that we're probably not going to see much volatility month 1 and 2. I think they've given themselves a couple of months where we're not going to see too much. But month 3 and 4, yeah, 100%. I'm expecting a dump. So what do I think personally? What's my thesis on this? Well, I think on the 10th of this month, the token price is going to drop down to around 10 cents. That's my theory. My theory. We're going to see, and it might not instantly, it might go up a bit, it might go down a bit, you know, it might play some, you know, go around in circles, whatever. But I think that it's going to settle in a couple of weeks at around 10 cents. That's my theory. And then I think after the next month's leaderboard, it's probably going to settle somewhere around 8 cents. And then after month 3, I think it's going to settle somewhere around 4 or 5 cents. And then on month 4, it's going to settle somewhere around 2 or 3 cents. And then I think it's going to taper down to about 1 cent. That is my theory and my thesis on the price of the token. So if that token loses, you know, 10x of its value, like it's 15 cents now, if it goes down to 1.5 cents, it's lost 10x its value. What's that going to do to the price of Hourglasses? What's that going to do to the price of Time Wardens? You know, they're not going to be that same value anymore if that token price goes down. Now you could argue, well, what if the token price doesn't go down? Well, then everything I'm saying is irrelevant. Like any thesis, it's only good until it's not. It's a thesis. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just making what I believe to be an educated guess. Yeah, you could end up seeing $20 hour Time Wardens again, right? There's people, look, people buy the top and people buy the bottom all the time. But it's difficult. It's difficult for people because it's so easy in like, look, I've invested a lot of money, right? I can talk from experience. People talk a really good game when they've got no money on the line. People say, in hindsight, when they look at a graph, you know, with the comfort of having no emotions and nothing invested, oh, I would have got in at this price, I would have got in at that price, I would have done this, I would have bought the bottom. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Do you know why you wouldn't? Because you would have been scared. You'd have been scared that there was too much FUD, too much fear, too much uncertainty. The reason that it's the bottom is because no one believes in it. Can you honestly say you're willing to put your money into something that no one believes in? Or that no one can, you know, see? So, money at the bottom is scared money. It's all easy talking a good game, but unless you're in that situation, like, look, I bought SLP for Axie. I bought 9 million SLP at 1 cent. I put $100,000 into Axie SLP at 1 cent. That could have been a very, very bad play. Now, it actually worked out beneficial for me and I made some money on that, but it could have been a really bad play. So, at that time, nobody was putting money into SLP. Nobody. And so, I made some good money on that, but at the end of the day, it's very easy to say, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. You know, you can look at a chart and say what you would have done, but when you're in that moment, it's very different. On the flip side, do you know how hard it is to sell assets? Especially when you're invested in those assets. Right now, people have a connection to Time Wardens. Time Wardens are so valuable for anyone playing this game. If you play this game, you want a Time Warden. Do you know how hard it was for me to sell those Time Wardens? Yeah, I made some money on them, but I still feel bad about selling them. I don't feel bad about the money I made, but I do feel bad about selling them. I hate that I sold them. I hate not having them. I feel really bad not having them. It's difficult. It's hard. You get attached to your assets. It's very hard to let assets go when you get attached to them. Taking profit is very, very difficult. People get attached. People have hope. People don't think it's ever going to end. A lot of people will buy an asset. They'll ride it to the top, but then they'll ride it down the other side. A lot of people will do that. They will not sell. It's true. It's true. And so there are people that are going to hold on to their Time Wardens because they're not going to want to sell them. Now, that's fine if you can make money out of them. But if the market goes down, if the market goes down and hourglasses go down and production goes down and everything goes down, then you might end up working 10, 20, 50, 100 times harder to make that same profit. Which brings me to my next important point. Do not build a business model on anything that is in discovery. Just, it's too risky. It's okay to be a degen, and it's okay to have a gamble, but don't sit and work out a business model. So I'm going to buy 25 Time Wardens because I know that I can sell the hourglasses at $12, and I know that in 6 months I'm going to make this amount of ROI, and I'm going to make break even, and then in 4 months after that I'm going to be able to buy a Porsche because I've managed to calculate that my gross profit margin... There's no point. There's no point. Why? Because the team are going to be sitting there pulling these levers going and you're going to be sitting there going, well, what the going on today? No one's going to know. And perfect example is the hourglasses. Look at how these are changing constantly. Yeah, look at dungeons. Look at everything at the moment. We don't know what's happening. The only thing that we know for certainty is that they are testing the economy. And I guarantee you, I can tell you now, they are learning and figuring this out as much as we are. As much as we're figuring out how to game the system, they're figuring out how to stop us gaming the system. So as soon as we figure something out, they change the meta. And it is a game of cat and mouse. It is not a... It is not an intellectually viable way to build a business on something so uncertain. Yes, you can make money. That is possible. And yes, you should do your research. But what you shouldn't do is start making solid plans with forecasts into something that's so uncertain and that is going to change. Okay? That's not to say that you can't plan for the future, but understand that if you plan for the future, I'm going to build a sweatshop, I'm going to build a time factory, great, but just know it's a gamble. Like what Wildy Shark says. He's like, he said on his stream yesterday, he's put $500,000 into this game. I believe he's the biggest solo player in this game. And he said, I'm okay if that goes to zero. Now, myself included, and many of you are probably sitting there going, well, that's just stupid. How mental is that? You're okay losing $500,000. Well, that's because we don't have $500,000. But to somebody that has a considerable amount of wealth, it's perspective, right? You might turn around and say, I can afford to lose $10. $10 doesn't bother me. You know, $1,000 to a millionaire is nothing. Yet $100 to a homeless person is everything. It's perspective. And so try not to judge other people based on your own financial belief system. If somebody's willing to drop that amount of money in the game, doesn't guarantee success. And it might be a good decision, it might not. It might be that they're over leveraged. It might be that they can write it off. We don't know. And so it's not worth us even... I'm just going to exit and go back in, right? Because I've collected everything. It's not even worth us trying to understand that. All we can do is play within our own means. So you have to know that whatever you're willing to invest in this game in terms of time and money, you are okay losing it. Okay, I did not expect that to happen, but okay, it did. Let's try again. You have to accept that money you put into this game is lost. And if you make anything out, it's just an absolute bonus. If you're willing to do that, then all good. I think the airdrop is over 4 months now. No, it's 4 airdrops. It's 4 airdrops. So it's over 3 months because it's an airdrop shortly after, and then it's 3 other airdrops, 25% of the time. And that's been confirmed by the team. So it's 3 months. It's 4 airdrops, but it's over 3 months. And so because they're staggered and they start month 1, month 2, month 3, that means it's going to run for 6 months in its entirety. When is the second drop? It'll be a month later. So the first drop is on the 10th of this month, in next week. And then the second drop will be on the 10th of next month. But there'll be 2 drops. There'll be the second drop for the first leaderboard and the first drop of the second leaderboard. Hopefully that makes sense. I can draw it out for you to make it a bit easier to understand if you want. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. And that's been confirmed by the team as well. So yeah, I don't think that it's a bad idea to put money into this game. And if you want to, it's absolutely fine. But I'm... It'd be very easy for me to say, yeah, go and buy all of these, you know, because I got stuff on the marketplace. I could sell it. I could tell you to go and buy it. But the reason I'm selling it is because I think it's overpriced, right? That's why I'm selling it. If people want to buy it, fair play to them. I'm not telling them what to do. And I might be wrong. But if I was going to give anyone advice, I would say probably wait a little while. I would probably say just wait a little while. Because I think at the moment it is a little bit overpriced. And it feels like it has to come back down. Again, I might be wrong. But that's just how I feel. So, all right, we'll see if we can play the game. We're going to try and play the game in a minute. But before we do that, let me just... let's look at our crack, shall we? Bring this up. All right, so what are we on today? It is the 5th. Yeah, this button that I tried to make didn't work. I was trying to be clever. It didn't work. We're gonna delete that. All right, we are in the 5th right now. So how many commons did we get today? We got 274 commons. We got 146 uncommon. We got 48 rare, and we got 7 epic. So yep, after what we got, so you can see the difference here. You can see the difference here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And I'll scroll down so we can see here. On the first of the month, yep, we got 173 common, and then it went to 284. So look, we can see the difference here. 142, 174, and then you can see here 284. So commons, absolutely, commons changed. Commons changed. We're getting a lot more commons. Uncommons as well. They went from 205, 203. Down to 150. So we're getting less uncommons. And again, 150, 146. So pretty consistent. So 284, 274, pretty consistent. 150, 146, pretty consistent. Before we're getting about 74 to 77 rare. Now we're getting 55 to 48. So a slight drop off, but yes. You can definitely see the drop off there from the mid 70s to the mid to low 50s. And then epics, we were getting 26, 23, and then we got 9 and 7. So we can definitely see the difference between these 2 drops and these 2 drops. So this was like 2 days, 4 days, 6 days, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So now, I guess the question that we have here, by the way, is going to be, well, what do we do with this? Because in total, before, we were getting 447 hourglasses, 476. Okay, so a few more. 498, so we got more hourglasses, and this one we got 475. Now, look at the US dollar value, because look at the amount of potential big time there was. So the amount of potential big time that we got on the 30th was 6,600. Here was 6,900. Here was 6,700, and here was 6,400. So we're seeing a slight reduction. Not much, but a little bit, slight reduction. But what we're seeing is it's going to take us a lot longer to break this down, yeah? Because before, it was only going to take us 11 days to break down the commons, and it was only going to take us 14 days to break down the commons, and now it's going to take us 23 days, 22 days, yeah, to break down the commons. So we're talking about an additional, pretty much an additional 10 days to break down those commons. Whereas before, it was going to take us 2 days to break down the epics. Now it takes us like half a day. So what we're seeing now is that even though the value is similar, we're not exactly losing value, but it is going to take us longer. We're tying up those time wardens for a lot longer to do this. Grady Flint, will it be sent as a whole or will it be divided? What's that, my friend? What will what be sent as a whole or be divided? Are you talking about the airdrop for the leaderboard? Because if you're talking about the airdrop for the leaderboard, yes, it will be divided into 4 equal airdrops. 25% on the 10th of this month, 25% next month, and then etc. etc. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, so looking at this right now, again, we can't speed up at the moment. So let's look at speeding up, right? So we look at where we are at the moment, and then let's look at what we're having at the moment. So the profit at the moment, the profit that I just drew today, $928. Yeah. So I've just extracted the potential of 6,500 big time. Okay, 6,500 big time is what I have just potentially extracted. I still need to break it down. And so that right now with the current price is a potential profit of $928. Yeah, which is about $460 per day right now. If I was to boost this, if I was just to boost, to buy the diamonds to boost it, I would lose $72. I would lose $72. So I can go from a potential $500 a day, or I could lose $40, roughly. What? It's not even a choice, right? Can't boost. Boosting's dead. At least before, I could boost, and even with boosting, I was still able to generate $1,000. I was still able to generate $1,000 with the boost before. I could take $500 a day with the boost, and yes, that's what I was doing, 100%. And that's after, I was spending $2,000 a day on premium crystals. It takes 3 months for the initial payout. Yeah. So it takes, you get, on the 10th of this month, you'll get your first payout. So that's payout number 1 this month. Next month, you'll get your second payout, which is payout 2. Okay, so that's in 1 month's time. So it's been 1 month and you've had 2 payouts because you get, so let's do this, right? Let's look at this. So payout number 1 is this week. Yeah. In 1 month's time, you get payout number 2. In 2 months' time, you get payout number 3. And in 3 months' time, you get payout number 4. So it takes 3 months to get the payouts. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. It's a little bit confusing, but it'll be fine. Don't worry. Just know that every month you're going to get 25% of it. So yeah, that's based on the current market price. So yeah, I would say at the moment, Cracked is pretty much similar. Not really changed too much. All right, so next question. How is the server? I've just pressed tab and my game is frozen. Okay, I'm in. I've got my items. I can see my items. Go to my collection. Bit slow. I have clicked collection. Okay, now it's loaded. Okay, I can see my NFTs. They are here. If I click on Hourglasses, I've clicked on it. There's definitely a lag. It's not quick. It's not instant. But okay, that's loaded. All right, let's scroll down. All right, let's try and work this out, shall we, and see how many we've got. So if I move one, I've moved it. So there's definitely still a lag to move things. Good to know. Okay, now it's all frozen. So, okay, good to know. All right, and it did move, but that took about 30 seconds, right? So definitely still having some lag issues on this. And as you can see, everything's kind of frozen right now. I can't do anything. Nothing's working. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess for now, I guess for now, we don't want to mess about too much with this. I can try and move that one. I want to count how many. I mean, it's definitely better than it was. I mean, at least it's not kicking me out anymore, right? Before it was kicking me out, so at least it's not kicking me out now. Also, I am in contact with just looking at my daughter who sent me some messages. Sorry. Family first and all that, right? Yeah, I'm going to try and start playing. I'm going to see if it'll work. So, what I want to do at the moment is... Right, there's 7 in a row, right? So, let's try and count these now. Obviously, there's 3 here, which I need to ignore, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Let me try and do this right. So, that's 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Oh no, see I can't do this. I can't scroll to... My brain doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Wow, okay. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Wow, okay. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. I know you're all impressed I can count. Many of you probably didn't think I could do that. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. I'm trying to see how many I've got. 60, 61, 63, 64, 65, 65. It would be so nice if we had a counter here. It would save me all this work. 66, 67, 68, 69. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. That's 90. That's 100. I've given up. That's like 120 there. It's too many. Hey, 64. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're good. Look, I don't know how many I've got, but there's a lot. There's over 2,000 hourglasses there. I'm pretty confident. I don't know how many I've got, but look, there's 7 in a row. I counted up to 1,000 of them, and the marker was about there. So like what we're saying, like that's right, 1,000. Like 2,000. It's probably like 3,000. 2,000? No, maybe? Hey, Jay Cluster on the raid. Is that Jay Cluster with a raid coming in? Thank you so much, buddy. I hope you're good. Hey, Custom TV's in here as well. 64 well drawn in here. Guys. Welcome. How you all doing? How's everyone doing? Good to see you all. I need to get... I haven't got my alerts. They don't actually tell me, so I don't know who's raiding or anything like that. I can't see anything in terms of the... alerts and everything like that. I've got to fix my Twitch. My Twitch is a little bit funky at the moment, but we'll get that sorted, guys. We will get that sorted this week, actually. We'll get it sorted this week, and then I will know what's going on. And let me just see. Yeah, I gotta sort those hourglasses out. So, Custom TV, you've rated me. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate you, my friend. Really looking forward, actually, whilst I'm here and Custom's here. Custom TV is doing some incredible things. If you haven't seen his stream, Custom TV, you can call him Custom, and Doggo, Bane the Doggo. Check him out. He is organising a massive stream. Lots and lots of streamers. It's going to be like a 24-hour event. It's going to go just on and on and on with loads of different streamers. I will be taking part, as will Wildy Shark. We're going to do a stream together, and we'll be talking about the economy and talking about everything that's happening. We'll also be doing some gameplay as well, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to happen in, I think, the next week or 2 weeks or so. It's not going to be too long now. So yeah, Custom, amazing. If you haven't followed him, please go and check him out. I need to do things. I need to sort out shout outs, alerts. I need to get better at Twitch. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm terrible. I tell you why it is. I tell you why I'm bad with Twitch. I use an app called Restream. And Restream doesn't really allow me to engage in the same way that just using Twitch does. It's because I'm streaming live on YouTube, I'm streaming live on Twitter, and I'm streaming live on Twitch. And so you can choose whichever platform you prefer. But the reason it is challenging is because Restream limits what I can do in terms of engagement. To be honest, mate, I had it all set up before. I've just been too busy. I haven't had the time. I genuinely appreciate your help. I don't want to waste it because your time's valuable. I can do it, and I've got a team that can help me do it as well. I said I've been distracted. It's not, and also, honestly, guys, I don't necessarily want to get back into streaming. If I'm honest, like I'm streaming for you guys. No, wait. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. I don't lose my gold. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. I didn't fall off. I didn't fall. Doesn't count. Didn't see it. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. It's not like I'm streaming or anything. Like there's no evidence, right? Damn you, gravity. But yeah, I'm not technically looking to get back into streaming. I'm and this is why I've been supporting Whale D Shark, and I want him to stream. So if Whale D Shark streams and I support his stream, then I can focus more on the videos and the YouTube videos, and you can kind of watch them, you know, on demand. As and when you want, you can watch them, and I'll try and put some decent economy videos out once a week. Any patch notes that go out, we'll talk about them. We've got the Big Time cribs coming out, so that will be really cool. See, I'm still up here, look. Haha. Nice save, right? Yeah, so I'm really going to focus more on the YouTube content. And that's why one of the reasons I haven't been too worried about setting all of this streaming stuff back up. But I definitely should. I definitely should. All right, let's see if we can get into a dungeon. We should. Jonard, are you guys on? Are you playing? We could probably get a team going or something. Well, let me try solo first, I guess. I mean, I haven't got my gear yet, so I'm still naked. Meaning, I also don't have my at least one cosmetic with chair. Right. Help me out, chat. How do I equip a chair? What? How do I? I've got the chair. It's in my hotbar. Look, it's number 2. I can't put my chair down. How do I? Do I just have it in my space? Because I've got a chair in my space. Just have to have it in your game inventory. Because I've got it. I've got a chair in my space. Yeah, I've got a chair in there. But it says I don't. But also, whoa, hold on. Oh, hold on. It's frozen, which means I'm probably getting dressed right now. That's not too bad. That was like a minute or two. That wasn't bad. And maybe it's a bug for me then, because I've got a chair in my space, yet it doesn't show up. And I've seen this before. What is that party feed? 27. Level 42 to 47. I mean, I want to go in there. I should definitely go in there, right? I'm a level 30. We could speed run this. The game hasn't loaded in the north wing of your mansion. Touche. I won't be able to open any chest, not alone the boss chest. I wouldn't be able to open the first chest. All right, let's go back. For those of you that don't know, if you don't know this yet, you probably do. Most people do already, but if you don't know this, press tab. Go and make a cup of tea. When you come back, always have a pocket watch. Always have a level 1 pocket watch. This pocket watch is literally called travel. Waypoint travel. Select a tier 1 pocket watch. Go up to here, press E. I can now go to Watertown. It's going to cost me 154. I can go there much cheaper. It would have cost me like 2,000 or something different. I do have codes. But I don't have any on me. So yeah, it's a lot cheaper. I'm actually going to go to probably Wastelands. I think will be good at the moment. Yeah, much cheaper. See, now I can go back to my main hero. And if I try and do that again, but here's the downside. Look at my health. So when you swap pocket watches, look at my health. I can regenerate my health right now, but it will. Yeah. So if I click on this, hold on. Now look, if I went to go back to the icy castle, look, 1,800. Yeah. So expensive. So yeah, gold is really valuable, especially as you need something like. You need something like 3 million gold to get the passive skills. I think the last passive skill is something like 3 million gold. So just bear that in mind. All right, let's see if we can find a gate. We'll do a quick solo mission, see if we can, because I don't know what it's gonna be like yet. So we'll try. What's this? 18 to 23. I mean, we could. Let's just see what this is first. 17. It's a Binosaur layer. I don't mind a Binosaur layer. Do you know what? Let's just go in. I just want to see what it's like. It's a low level dungeon. It's not really going to give us much in terms of XP, and it's definitely not going to give us much in terms of rewards. But I just want to see how it runs. Yeah, no worries, John. Definitely you can sort it out, mate. All good. You can find 2 to 5 token gates easy enough. Really? Wait, that's like a $5 gate. What? When you say that's like a $5 gate, Spud Pasta, what do you mean? You can find. That wasn't big time tokens. That was premium crystals. That was like 26 cents to enter. All right, so. All right. We're just going to chill here for a minute. Okay. I mean, guys, I'm sorry about this, but I can actually see his balls. I can legit see. I mean, they've given him balls. Wildy Shark will be so happy to see. He loves his balls. Spuds Pasta, yeah. I mean, I didn't know that before, and I'm not trying to look at them or anything, but I am quite interested that they decided that was required in the design. Yeah, we're gonna give him some balls as he's running. All right, let's see where we're at. So the question is now, can I access my inventory? No. See, this is the problem that I have in a dungeon. It's very different to inside my metaverse. That's a massive buff. What, having balls? It's definitely a buff if you're a guy having balls. The ball buff, yeah. So hold on, if I press boost, now this lag is nothing to do with the stream. If you're seeing me stutter, I'm stuttering. This is because it's loading my inventory. So this is the challenge I have at the moment. It is very very janky right now. I'm also naked. I'm just going to walk over here. I think I'm at about 2 frames a second. Maybe. It might be 3. What is my computer? My computer is. I will show you. Let me show you my computer. Ready? Here is my computer. My computer is running 64 gig of RAM with a 2080 Ti vertically mounted on a water-cooled GPU using Hydro X. I have an i9 9900 overclocked to 5 gigahertz in an Obsidian 500D case, running on a 1 gigabyte internet line, which is all Ethernet connection. It's not my computer. It's not my computer. It's my inventory. It's my inventory. Insanely close to your build? It's my account. I'll tell you what it is, ladies and gentlemen. The reason that my account is lagging right now, it's got nothing to do with the game. It's got nothing to do with the servers. It's got nothing to do with the devs. The reason that my game is lagging right now, and it's difficult to say this to you, I've never expressed this publicly before. It's a skill issue. It's a skill issue. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, we are able to collect, so this is good. That noise as well, I don't know if you can hear that noise. which is if I swap my hammer, that should go away. There you go. So the noise is my hammer. I pressed F. It didn't. Oh, it's back. I press F. I thought it. Oh, unless it's that snail. No, I pressed F. It's gone away. It's weird. So, okay. To answer your question, no. What the? Where's he going? What the? Wait, where's he going? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna knock one of the A's off the title. It's gonna be a double A title. It's not quite triple right now for me. The balls are taking up too many resources. I need to get rid of these balls. I need Wow Shark to come and help me. He's the ball expert. Need a wheelbarrow. I have no items. So this is my problem. I cannot now what will happen is if I go to collection, there we go, look, yeah. So these will need unlocking again. If I do click on this, normally what happens is the hourglass, and it's the hourglasses. It's the hourglasses. That's what the problem is, ladies and gentlemen. It's there's no such thing as a rich victim, right? Nobody cares if a whale has problems in this game, but these are some of the problems you encounter if you have too many hourglasses. Yeah, this is the problem. So if I scroll to the bottom here, if I scroll to the bottom, what we should see is this trying to populate hourglasses. So let me see if I can get to the bottom. All right, it's still loading them. This is so now. All right, that green one's at the end. Ah, see, hold on. Let's see. It's just loaded a load more. So now it's just kicked me back up. So what it's doing right now is it's indexing all of my hourglasses, and this is it won't load. It will not load all of my in-game assets and NFTs, and it won't load the server until it's loaded this. It's stuck. Look, see, can you watch? You see that? It's loading them. Look, two uncommons at the bottom. Now look, another 4. So this is the problem that I have right now, and so let me just. I'm not crying about this. I don't care. It is what it is. But let me just, for context. When I see people inside the Discord crying over the leaderboard because they can't get into the top 500 or because I was in the top 100 of the leaderboard. I had a shot at the front page of the leaderboard. I had the opportunity for a very nice payout on the leaderboard. But for the last 8 days, I have not been able to play this game. I can't play this game. I've not been able to run dungeons for a week. I've not been able to craft. I can't do anything. It doesn't, like, I can use, and honestly, it's one of the reasons why I sold my Time Wardens, because I can't even get the hourglasses into the Time Wardens to dismantle them. It kept crashing. So I should be, and I'm not saying this to, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not saying it to brag or to show off. I'm trying to impress upon you that we're all struggling, we're all having problems, right? There's people that are saying, "Oh, I've seen people in the chat in the Discord who are saying, "Oh, you shouldn't delay the postcard airdrop because that's affecting my chance to be on the leaderboard." I'm like, dude, I'm losing thousands and thousands of dollars from leaderboard places because I can't compete. It's frustrating. Not only that, but I should be able to process these hourglasses. It's $500 a day. That's $500 a day that I'm entitled to because I'm dealing with over $300,000 worth of space. I'm well within my right to collect that money because it's a feature they put in the game, and I've set myself up to be able to utilize that. I'm not I'm not trashing the economy. I'm not screwing the game. I'm not extracting. I'm looking to accumulate, which I should be able to do because of such a large upfront investment. And I can't do that because of this problem. So I'm actually, my growth right now, at such a vital time when I should be accumulating and growing, I can't. Which actually makes me, right now, it makes me want to just pack up shop and stop. Because it frustrates me when I see people who are exploiting. It frustrates me when I see people who are making good money. And I'm not against people making money, but I'm against people making money when I'm not. Like, why should somebody else be able to make money when I'm not? Specifically when I respectfully have put probably more money in than the person who's making the money. It's frustrating. I trust the team to fix this, but it is frustrating. And it has made me consider at times and sit there and think to myself, should I stop playing? Should I just cash out? And I know other people are thinking that. Now, I know that if I do that, I'll regret it. And so I wait. But I've been waiting like 2 years, right? And a lot of us have. It's difficult. It's difficult, but they're growing pains. These are the challenges that you have to deal with in the game. And so at the moment, guys, I'm really sorry. As much I would love to be able to stream this game and play it with you and jump into some raids and level up. Like, everyone that I was playing with last week, they're all level 45. I'm still level 30. Like, it's so frustrating. But yeah, I'm going to exit the dungeon. There's no point. I can't. And also, I spent most of last week when I was trying to play with my friends. I spent most of the time apologizing. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the lag. I'm sorry for the delay. I can't equip my hourglasses. I'm sorry you're waiting for me. I just said in the end, guys, just kick me. I can't play with you. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating, and I'm not saying it to trash the team. I'm not saying it to talk smack. I'm not saying it to FUD. Truly believe in the project. I'm not going anywhere, but it makes me feel that way. It makes me feel that way, and it's frustrating. And I don't want anybody to come into this game as a new player and this be their first experience. I would hate that. So, I mean, they have done a lot of work and they are continuing to work on it, but it's like, it's so slow for them to respond that sometimes you feel like they're ignoring you. They're not ignoring you, but you feel like it. So, yeah, I would say if people are saying like, how can I get involved in this game? How can I get involved? And you mentioned earlier, you were like, what can I do with $1,000? At the moment, it's okay. So there's my dogs, by the way. Let's go to open loot. These dogs, by the way, this is Lord Benedict Cumberland III, and this is Princess Penelope. They are my sausage dogs. Yes, I named him Cumberland after the sausage. All right, so let's let's go to the marketplace. Let's have a look. See if we can figure this out for you guys. So you got $1,000 to invest. How should you invest that? I'm already at level 47 account. I'm loving the game. If it was working without bugs and lag, it would be amazing. I completely agree with you. And I love this game. And I loved it before, and I still love it now. There's frustrations, but I still love it. And I want to play it. Hey, Clink, as long as they ain't spending 100k, they should be good, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you're jumping in for a small budget, you should be okay. They do need a way to transfer NFTs within open loot. Yeah, that would be nice. Also, here's another thing. If you withdraw money to Solana, you pay like a $3 or $4 fee to withdraw USDC. I don't know why. It must be something to do with the EVM chain, because I'm sure maybe they're porting it, maybe they're bridging it from Ethereum. I don't know, and it's Ethereum gas you're paying, or maybe they're just taking a fee. But I'm paying like a $3 or $4 fee to be able to export USDC on Solana. Oh, it says it charges, but then it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't actually charge you. Oh, okay. Then I'll shut up and ignore what I just said. I was just thinking to myself, why am I paying $3 to move something onto Solana? It's like, that's the perks of Solana, right? All right, so I did go shopping earlier. I'll just quickly let you know. I went shopping and I purchased just pretty much every Origin every Origin item under $2.50 I went and purchased. So GG's. There's there's a new floor on Origins. I'm, as I said earlier, I'm either very clever or I'm very stupid. We'll figure it out later. But I'm buying up the floor on anything that is under $2.50. Except that one, which was actually a mistake. I didn't mean to purchase it. But everything else, $2.50 or under. Yeah. A lot of the money's still caught up in. It's not there yet. So basically, what I'm doing at the moment here with this is looking live what I would do. Let's have a look at workshops. Workshops at the moment. Look at this. I don't even feel bad about doing this. So for those of you that don't know, Galactic Time Wardens was selling for 2,300 the other day. I wanted to sell my Galactic Time Warden, so I bought all of the Galactic Time Wardens under 2,500, and then I listed mine for 3,000. And shortly after that, somebody swept the floor up to 4,000. I don't feel bad about it. It's I can't play the game, so this is my game, and I still do have a Time Warden. So if you were watching my stream, the other day, I did a video, and I talked on the video about the psychology of market manipulation and about how people undercut each other. Yeah, and we can actually see it here. Look, there's one for 5,950, then there's one for 5,500 and one for 499, and these are pretty drastic, but this is probably the best example. Someone lists for 4,200, and then someone else lists for 4,199. Then someone lists for 4,198, etc., etc., cheaper and cheaper. So what I did on stream, if you were watching my stream yesterday, and I actually did it here with the Galactic, there were several on the market for 3,000. I said I could go and list mine right now, and I could undercut the floor, or I could list it at the same price. But I looked, and there wasn't 7 on the market. There was 3 on the market, and then this crazy $60,000 one, yeah, which we can ignore because this one is just, yeah, you can ignore that. So there's only, as far as I'm concerned, there's only 6 on the market, as far as I'm concerned, because do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna inspect right click this. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna do this, and there we go. Right. As far as I'm concerned, this is the market. All right. This is the market. So if I look at this market, and I look here at these ones down here at 4,100 or 4,200, I could list it under floor, or I could list it around 4,2. But what I did the other day is, imagine these were 3,000, yeah? Yeah, HTML skills right there. Let me just change my balance, hold on, and then put a support ticket in. Where's my other $10,000? Yeah, so basically what I could do is, I can't remember what it was. I think it was 3,000. Don't quote me on this. I think it was $3,000. But I was on stream and I said, I'm not going to list it at the floor. And I listed mine here. At $4,100, yeah? So I listed mine at $4,100, even though the floor was 3,000. And guess what happened? I went to bed. I woke up in the morning and my $4,100 had sold. So somebody swept the entire floor. You only need one whale to come in and decide to sweep the floor. Now, there are only 6 of these in total. If somebody comes in and decides they want 6 of these, guess what they're doing? They're buying all 6. So yes, they're going to pay 4,000, but if they look at the price of this, they might consider they got a discount on this. They might not consider this is expensive. They might consider this is cheap. And if somebody is willing to pay 6,000 for this because they see the price, then they're going to sweep up the floor, right? And that's exactly what happened the other day. A load of people sold theirs and they were probably very happy with that, but they left so much money on the table. And that is why I have mine listed right now at 5,950. This is me. This is mine. And the reason I have it listed there is because if someone comes in and sweeps the floor, and I know there's a lot of whales coming into this game, I do not hesitate in like, look, let me explain to you why I believe this. Look at the price of exotics. They start at $8,000. Yeah? They start at $8,000. Have a look at how many's on the market. Two. There's no transaction history. If someone comes in here, they have no idea if that is a good or bad buy. They don't know. You could work it out. You could do the math. But right now, if you're looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, well, okay, let's have a look at... And I'm going to answer your question, by the way. Let's have a look at Time Wardens. So if we look at Time Wardens right now, look at the Mythic. A Mythic right now is selling for 2,200 starting. 2-2 starting. Hi, by the way. Hello. All right. So we know now that a Mythic is selling for 2-2 and there's only 3 of them. If somebody comes in now, not even a week ago, this was the price of Exalted. Yeah? And now it's the price of Mythic. There's only 3. What happens if these 3 sell? There's no Mythics. If a whale comes in and sweeps the floor, now let's imagine 2 whales fighting each other. One comes in, sweeps this, and someone else goes, crap. Now I need to come in. Maybe I don't want to pay that $8,000. What am I willing to do? Well, I'm going to sweep this floor. And I'm going to come in and spend $30,000 and sweep the floor here. I can absolutely see this selling. And here's the thing, I'm not in a rush. And if it doesn't sell, that's fine. If it doesn't sell, that's okay. Because I can just remove it from the marketplace, put it back in the game, and quite happily use it. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered about it. So, yeah. How bad is it that Open Loot removed it? I mean, it's actually good that they removed it for the reason that they removed it. They removed it because there were bad actors that were using it to script and to manipulate the marketplace. So there were scripts that were running off of the marketplace data, and so they removed it as a way to temporarily disable those bots and those scripts. They've not removed it for transparency issues. It's not, they haven't removed it to limit your transparency. They've removed it to protect the community against exploits. It will come back once they've fixed that. It will come back. It's a temporary thing. So when you understand that it's not a bad thing. It is frustrating, and yes, for transparency, it's not nice, but they didn't remove it so that you didn't have transparency. That's not the reason they removed it. So let's get back to this question, all right? I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow. These, I believe, and I mentioned this earlier, I think they're overextended right now. I think the entire market's overextended right now. I mean, I almost saw these going up to 500 earlier. And we're close. I mean, there's 20 on the market at the moment. There was 10 on the market a little while ago. The floor was up to like $480. We nearly got up to $500. I don't know. Maybe we hit $500. Who knows? I mean, China and Asia waking up. It's very possible that, there's a lot of whales over there that are coming into the game. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. But yeah, there's definitely some people with money coming into the game. I don't know. Maybe this is the floor. Maybe $500 is where these live. Maybe it is. I don't know. All I know is that if you bought one at $500 now, if you bought one at $400 now, and they went down to $200, you could effectively double your output by waiting. If that happens, it might not happen. But if it does, I'm willing to take that gamble. Because I think there's not enough liquidity in the market right now, and I know that the team are sitting on still a huge supply. The 100,000 is not in circulation. All right, so there's a lot more to come out. There will be more mystery boxes. There will be more Time Wardens. Absolutely. Look, if there's one thing that we understand in terms of how the game operates, the marketing team create events and boxes, right? That's the model. That's the business model. So there's going to be events. Hey, we need you to speed up crafting. Let's have a happy anvil event, or a steady sword, or, you know, I don't know, a swift sand, or whatever it will be, you know, a discount on crafting hourglasses, whatever it's going to be. They are running events. The reason I believe they are running events is because it allows them to tweak and to monitor the economy without committing to a permanent change. Hey, it's a weekend event. That way, if we do something and break the economy, it's only for a weekend. We can fix it, you know? I don't disagree with it. I think it's a good, solid tactic to be able to, like, it's discovery. They're discovering, they're figuring it out. I think it's a good tactic. On the other side, they've got these boxes, these mystery boxes. Now they can make up a mystery box. They could make up whatever box they want. You know, they could make up a Happy Halloween box. They could make up it's a New Year box. They could make a, you know, it's Tuesday, whatever. They can do a box for any event. If they see that they need to create a new supply or a new demand, create a new demand for something, they can do that. They can do that. They can flick a lever, they can flick a switch, they can create a campaign, and they can do that. It's great for marketing. Spring boxes, perfect example. Perfect example, spring boxes. So we know that they're going to launch boxes, and we know that they're going to launch events. So this is why I've not been so focused on crafting, because I wanted to see what they did. And it's another reason why I'm not super worried about breaking down all my hourglasses right now, because I'm expecting an event. I really am. I'll be honest. I'm expecting a cracked hourglass event to allow us to get rid of them, because then I don't have to commit. So if I had $1,000 right now and I was trying to get into this game, I would not be buying a Lunar Time Warden. I just wouldn't. I'd be waiting. But that doesn't help you, right? Because you're like, but I want to get into the game. So let's assume for now, just hypothetically speaking, you're not emotionally reactive. Like you're not acting on base of emotions, you're acting on base of intelligence, because when emotions go up, intelligence goes down. You cannot make intelligent decisions when you're emotional. And so if you're going to do anything from a business perspective, like let's say you're looking to invest and you want to make a smart investment, you're not going to get FOMO and, I better go and buy a Lunar Time Warden because there's only 10 left on the market. That's not a good decision. That's not a good deal. What I would do personally right now, if I was you, and I'm also, there's an element of me when I put out videos and when I do things, I want to be very careful, because I don't want to do anything that manipulates the market, right? I don't want to do anything that manipulates the market. And I'm very much aware that if I said, guys, here's this amazing opportunity, I know that most of you watching are degens and you're going to go and jump on it. Perfect example, I did a video just last week talking about postcards, and before I did the video, I swept the floor. I did the video. I went back to pick up another postcard because I missed one, and the floor had gone from $4 to $9. So I know what you're like. I know what you're like. So I don't want to do things and say things to try and, like, that's not my intention here. But I do want to try and help you. So if this was me, what I would do is I would be looking right now at space. I would quite simply right now be looking at space. And why would I be doing that? Well, two reasons. One, I think right now space, wow, that's gone up. Okay. That's gone up from where it was, but it's still very cheap. Let's have a look at space, right? $71 for a small rare space. I wouldn't bother. Hey, Lat, what did I sell? Please show history transaction. I did. I showed my history transactions earlier. I sold my Time Wardens. I sold my Exalted and my Common Time Wardens. I sold 10 common Time Wardens, and I've sold one. I've sold one exotic, and I've got another exotic which is selling. I've got about 5 grand in pending, or it's just cleared. Oh no, and I've withdrawn, yeah. I think I withdrew as well, some cash as well. So always take profits. Nothing wrong with taking profits. All right, so back to where I was saying. I think at the moment, what's really important is when you're considering and when you're looking at the marketplace, small spaces are just simply not worth it. Small spaces are not worth it right now. The reason I say that is because if we go to the BIGTIME wiki, I want to stress this because it's important. I'm just curious on the leaderboard because I haven't checked it today, but yeah, I was knocking on 100 when I stopped access to the game, so I haven't been able to do anything since. So right now I'm not even here right now. Wow. Look, I've dropped 105 places, so I'm now down to 435. This is really sad. This is really sad. You know, I was sitting at like 100 and something. I was quite comfortable, and because I've not been able to play the game, I'm now getting pushed out, and I will get pushed out of the top 500, which is annoying because I wanted that 20,000 big time reward. So I'm losing 15,000. I'm going to lose 15,000 big time simply because I can't play the game. You know, we've all got a reason to be upset with this game. We've all got a reason to be upset when things don't go our way. Of course it's pissing me off and it's annoying, but I'm not going to sit and cry about it. It is what it is. With that being said, we're going to go across to the wiki. And we're going to have a look at on the left hand side. We're going to scroll down to the economy components, personal metaverse, and we're going to click on space. All right. And then we're going to scroll down. Now, the thing that I want you to understand about space, and the most important thing that you need to know at the moment, there's two things, is this. This is one of the most important things to consider, and this is why I think it is absolutely pointless to have a small space. If you have a small rare space, and you want another small rare space, that first small rare space will have one exit. The reason for that is the second exit will connect your additional space. You are going to have one exit. Unless it is at the end of your space, and then you will have two. This is not good. Even as an exalted having 3. That's okay if it's on the end and you can use all 3 exits, but otherwise this is not ideal. Even a medium. I wouldn't get a medium. Right now, large. 5 exits. If you're going to get anything, get a large. Get large. Now, and there's different ways to play this game, right? Obviously, exalted large, 6 doors, that's what you're after. Not everyone's in a position to do that. So you absolutely need an exit for continuation. Absolutely, I agree. But here's the thing, right? If you're looking to buy space, what space should you buy? Well, if you're going to have some of these higher end ones, then yes, you can have the smaller ones and put them at the ends. That's fine. That's okay. And then use maybe some mediums or some smalls, as you say, for continuation. Yes. But here's the other thing you've got to consider. Even having something like a small exalted isn't ideal, and the reason for that is because not only do you have to consider exits is one part of the puzzle. The second thing you need to consider are the types. And in terms of types, what I want to do, let me just open up this image. We need to go to workshops, and in workshops we're going to look at, I'm just going to click on forges. It doesn't really matter. I can look at any of these, right? But there was an image. Maybe it's not on here. Maybe it's on here. No. Oh, here it is. Yes. Here it is. Sorry, this was the image I wanted. So, okay. Exits is one thing to consider. But the second thing to consider is your set bonus. You need to understand about the set bonus. This is important, okay? These are the two defining factors on your space alongside rarity. I would say the first thing you need to consider when you're planning ahead and you're thinking about your space is, what are you going to be using your space for? What are you going to be using your space for? If you just want a space that you're going to decorate and have some friends over, then just grab a medium rare. Great, be done with it. Perfect. If you want to start crafting in the future, then you have to consider, what are you going to craft? Because if you want to craft legendary items in the future, there is no point buying a rare space. Yeah? Because you're going to need a legendary space to attach a legendary workshop. So you have to be able to think about, well, what is it that I want? So, with that being said, you've considered the rarity of the items that you're going to craft in the future. If you're going to be crafting hourglasses and have a legendary time warden, you're going to need a legendary space, for example. So the rarity and how high you're going up the food chain to craft in terms of armor, weapons, and hourglasses, that's the first thing that's going to dictate what size you have, right? The second thing that's going to dictate what you have is how many workshops can you attach. If you get something like a legendary medium, you're only going to, and if it's on the end, that's one thing, but if that becomes a throughput, like if you've got one space and it's a legendary medium, you can only put 2 workshops on it if you buy another space. See what I mean? So you buy 2 legendary mediums, you're only going to have 5 workshops. Just need to understand that. So now you've considered your exits. The next thing you need to consider is your set bonus. There are lots of different set bonuses, from less duration to less big time cost. You can mix and match them. So you can have like 2 of one bonus and 3 of another, or 4 of one bonus and 2 of another. There's lots of different bonuses. And so the way that this bonus applies is by having a workshop attached, right? Having a workshop attached. So this with 6 is going to mean this is an exalted large. You have an exalted large and there's nothing coming off of this other than workshops. And then you can maximize your bonus. Yeah? That's what this is. So if I'm looking at, well, okay, what do I want? And look, efficiency, quickness, fortunate, industrious, calculated risk, quick rolls. There's so many different mixes and matches that you can have here. Now, you could have a 4 and a 2, right? You could have 20% less big time, and on top of that, you can also have 15% less duration. You can mix and match. Yeah? I'm wondering, and I don't know if this would work, if you did 2 blues and 4 reds, would you not get a double industrious? Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you can only get 1 on that. I don't know. What happens if you have a 4 and a 2? Is it 4 and 2 and 2 and 1? Does it stack? I don't know. But this is just something that you need to consider, right? Now, each season there will be changes to the selection of set bonuses, particularly those that involve multiple colours. So industrious, calculated risk, quick rolls, these are going to change. They're going to pull levers. Yeah? So what I would do is I would be considering getting a space that allows you to plan for the future, because most people right now are blinded by common time wardens. Most people are blinded by common time wardens, common hourglasses, and running dungeons. Drop rates in dungeons, common time wardens. That's the focus that everyone has right now. People are not paying attention really to, well, some people are, the whales, the smart money. Always look at what the smart money is doing. Right now, the smart money is buying up armories, forges, spaces, and time wardens where they can. That's what they're doing. Okay, so now we've considered that. Looking at the I'm a little bit annoyed because there was one on the market yesterday for exactly $3,000, and I was going to buy it today. I was actually going to come in here and buy that large exalted. And someone's already swept the floor. So somebody swept the floor and bought up this. So whoever that was, thanks. Yeah, it is what it is. So if I'm looking at spaces right now and I'm thinking, well, what would I buy? Look at the mythics. Now, Exalted's obviously the best ones, but the next ones that you can consider here, all of these are going to have 5 exits on them, right? 5 exits on them. So how high do I want to go? What do I want to get? Well, if I look in the marketplace right now, look at these legendary large spaces. They're $900. Okay. How many of them is there? Quite a few. All right. It's not far, though, before the floors. It's only like 5 or 6 of these, and the floor is up to 1,000, right? So if I'm looking at the price of these, let's start at the bottom. $70 for a small rare. I don't think it's worth it. A rare medium, I would only buy a rare medium if you've got a guild or you've got some friends and you want to buy some space and you can have this. Like, yeah, cool. Grab that. Rare large, I wouldn't even bother. All right, so then let's look up from here. All right, what's after this, right? After the rare. Well, we're going to go up to epic. It's $83. So is it worth it? I don't personally think so. $200 here. It's $199 for a rare medium or $215 for an epic medium. If you really wanted a rare medium, honestly, just get the epic. Pay the extra $20 and get the epic. You know what I mean? Epic large, I wouldn't bother, but yeah, if you're going to go epic, if epic's as high as you're going to go, I would personally be looking right now. I mean, look at that. A large legendary, $910. Look at the epic large. So if an epic large is $980, why is a legendary large, which is better than an epic, that's only $910? Do you see what I mean? So now you start to see, right, this is 83, 116, 215, 273, 980, 910? So hold on, this is 840, 980, 910. It's actually cheaper to buy a large legendary than it is to buy a large epic right now. So looking at this, you could say, well, there's 64 of these on the market, but they're selling for like $1,000. All right, so there's obviously been a squeeze. But why has there not been a squeeze on these yet? All right, maybe I might just go and buy like the floor. Do you see what I mean? Now, I'm not going to do that, but this is what I'm saying to you is like, you need to consider, like, this is where you need to start looking at this and considering and thinking to yourself, well, actually, I think right now, these are kind of undervalued. I think these are quite cheap. Yeah? So I could quite easily right now go in and say, well, I'm just going to go and buy these. I'm going to go and spend like $5,000. I'm going to go and spend this money. I'm going to buy these and I'm going to relist them for like $1,000 each. And actually, if I did that, it wouldn't be a bad shout. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to say, if I did it, it's not a bad shout. I don't think when you look at legendary, because you can craft commons, uncommons, you can craft rares, epics, up to legendary, right? But now we're going to look at mythics. So it's now $1,300 for a mythic. All right. So if it's $1,300 for a mythic, how many mythics are on the market? 40. Wow, actually, no, it's $1,400 for a mythic, right? And there's only one there, and then it's $1,500 and $1,600. All right, so the floor is approximately $1,600, apart from one that's cheap. All right, so we've got a $1,600 floor on mythics. So if there's a $1,600 floor on mythics right now, and I'm looking at epics, and epics are at 1,000. So let me look. Rares are at 800, right? Epics are at 1,000. And then I'm looking at the price of legendaries, and I'm like, well, these right now, these are too cheap. These are too cheap. They shouldn't be this cheap. Like that's my mindset when I'm thinking about this. So then it's quite possible that you would go and buy these and flip them, and this is what I would normally do. I would go and flip these, and I would go and relist them. And I would buy them at 910, and I would list them at like 1,100 because I'm looking at where the market is and what's happening. Like Exalted Large, obviously quite expensive, right? Epic Large doesn't make sense right now. Now, you could say it's overvalued, but at the moment, people aren't paying attention to these. And the large spaces, people are going to realize that they're going to want those. As soon as the set bonuses kick in, people are going to realize that they're going to need large spaces to get the best set bonuses. And I'm telling you now, the whales will come in and they will start sweeping up this. They will start sweeping up this space. They will start just eating this space. Now, my Exalteds, I paid over $2,000 each for my small Exalteds, and they're currently under 800. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to see them at this price. Just the other day, these were at like 1,200, and they're back down to like 800 again. There's not a huge flaw here. There's not a huge flaw. And if WoWs start coming into this game, so another one that's not bad to buy right now. If you're like, I've got $1,000, what do I do right now? Now, I'm not saying this is what you should do, but I would buy this at $795, and I would relist it at $1,000. Relist it right now at like $1,000, because there's such a small flaw. You've got like 20 spaces, and you're at $1,000. I just need to know when the whale stops so I can get out on time. Yeah, good luck, Clink. Good luck, buddy. So this is where, right now, I think, whilst the game is in this interesting development stage, this is where I like to play. Because this is where I look at this and I think to myself, okay, I could quite easily buy some stuff and flip some stuff, and as a result of that, I could make some money. Now, a website that I really love and I use a lot, and I talk about this all the time, it's by Vast Impact Gaming. That's not it. I don't know where it just went. It's called it's called Dashloot. Now, unfortunately, Dashloot isn't working properly at the moment because it relies on the API, which they've disabled. So they've disabled the API at the moment. So you can tell it's not working because the last date of transaction on here was the 31st. Yeah? So you're not seeing anything since the 31st. But what you can do here is you can click on compare. And then you can look at the price of spaces. And I could look back like 90 days, and again, the data's not really working properly, so you can't see it. But if it did work, and it's not working at the moment, unfortunately. But you can see what the price is like. If I wanted to have a look at, like, let's compare rare large to legendary large. Legendary large space. All right, so there's my legendary large space, right? So now, if I'm looking at this, I can see kind of where it was. Like, these were selling for like 600 beginning of October, right? And then they peaked up and they were up at like 1,300. And then they were down to 900, and then they were back up to 1,200. And then we're back down to like 700 again. So right now they're sitting at 1,000. Now, it's very possible we can see them go back up again, and I think we will. I think we're going to see this peak again. Look, this 1,300, we can see this. But we could also see it go down to 700. So what would I be doing right now? Really simple. I think that a good price to keep an eye on legendary large spaces is if they sell for under 800. I would click on portfolio. I would click on pricing alerts. I would click on add price alert. I would click on large legendary space. And I would look for a price under 800. I've now got an email and a text message, and if a legendary large space drops under 800, I will get notified. And then I can go and buy it. So I'm not going to buy them right now. I'm going to wait for them to drop, and if they do, I'm going to get a great entry at 800. I can hold on to them. I'm either going to use them, or I'm going to relist them. That's just one of the ways you can consider playing this game. Now I know this is like 4 or 5 days out, but look, I've made $1,200 profit on the market. This works. You know, I bought these, look. I bought this one like all the way up to 18, look. But I bought this at like 14, like I'm $4 up here. I've made like $13 on these alchemist tables that I bought. All right, some of them aren't in profit yet. Look, this one, I'm like $20 down on the armories that I bought. The Queen's bed that I bought, I'm in profit on that. you know, other things that I've bought that you can see. The forges at the moment, they're in profit. I'm trading the marketplace. Now, this isn't up to date, but you can still see right now this is a completely valid way to play the game. Specifically, as I can't run dungeons. I can't run dungeons. I can't do anything. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. I hope it's helpful. I'm going to try and jump back into the game, see if I can get into my space. It's called dashloot.com. It's not working at the moment because we need the API to be updated. But it's a really good way for you to get a better understanding of what the markets are doing. Yeah. Like this is one of the things I love about this game. You can run dungeons, you can craft, and you can create like an economy in a sweatshop, or you can play the market. Like there's many different ways that you can play this game, and there's a lot of ways to make and lose money in the process, right? Now I actually enjoy this game. This is a nice game. I'm looking forward to being able to play it again. But I also love the fact that there are many different ways that you can play it. I'm going to head off in a minute, guys, but if you've got any questions at all, anything you want to ask, just let me know. Let me know. I've got like 5 more minutes. I'm going to chill around with you guys for another 5 minutes. If you've got any questions, let me know. If I profit doing that, that would be good. I can buy a warden. Steve, can we jump on a call real quick? You can give me a rundown on the rental system. I've got a package, but I don't know what I have. I'm not going to be able to right this second because it's... Oh, hey, Icy. How you doing, buddy? It's 1 o'clock in the morning and I do have to be up early in the morning. I've got a busy day. I've got meetings. So I do need to call it now. But absolutely, mate. Yes, this week we can jump on a call, 100%, and we can have a chat. All right? We'll have a chat. Just ping me a message in Discord and we'll connect. I will be recording a video tomorrow on what I would do if I had $1,000. But right now, if I had $1,000 right now, I will be waiting for my entry. I don't think right now is the best time to get into the market with common time wardens. I will be waiting for the airdrop from the leaderboard, and I would be waiting. If you want to get into the game, I would probably be looking to enter somewhere shortly after the 20th of this month. That would be my advice. Now, it might be bad advice, so don't come back to me and say, "Oh, but you told me." You do you. I might be wrong. I don't know if I'm right or not. But if it was me and I was getting in, knowing what I know, that's what I would do. Forge. See, yeah. Okay. Bizbill. I hope I pronounced that right, by the way. Bizbill. This is perfect. What you've just said is perfect. Forges right now are almost useless. Because by the time you pay $14 to craft a common weapon, it's only worth $8. Why is that? Well, it's because they need to balance crafting. But a lot of people will look at forges and they will say they're crap because of that. Guess what? That means that forges are going to be cheap, which is why it's the best time to buy them. You shouldn't be looking... Okay, there's a saying. There's a saying that if you read about something in the media, it's too late. Yeah? If someone tells you on Twitter, hey, here's a really good trading opportunity, you've missed it. Yeah, if you read in the news that a token is doing something, it's already done it. You need to be getting in before the mainstream media. You need to be getting in before everyone else. Right now, you shouldn't be looking to get in on the current meta. The current meta right now is common time wardens up to rare hourglasses. Commons, uncommon, and rare. It costs like $2.50 to make a common time warden, common hourglass, and they're selling for over $10. All right, the markup on hourglasses right now is huge. It's not sustainable. It will come down. And so, people right now are using the Time Warden meta because that's what's running right now. But it's not always going to be like that. You have to understand that what the game developers and the team and the economists want is a game that you can craft in. They want you to be crafting. Crafting is the blood of this game. It's what they want you to do. And so, whilst people are distracted with Time Wardens and Hourglasses, it's a great opportunity to pick up some space and some workshops, forges, and also armories cheap. Just saying. Sometimes it's better to avoid the meta and think about what's the next meta. What's the next thing that's going to be happening in this game? There's mounts. Mounts are going to be coming into the game. We know that. We know we're going to get those. You can start planning ahead. I don't know how, but you could. Start thinking about that. We know space is going to be important. You need to look at what's cheap right now. One of the good things that people were doing before, if you were able to pick up emotes, you could pick up emojis and you could rent them out. Incredible. People were picking up emojis for $1. They're renting them out for $10. They're making 10x a month and they still own the asset. It's ridiculous. What's another thing you could have done? Picked up sets. You could have picked up sets for about $5 or $10. They're renting out for like over $100 right now. Because people want full sets. Full sets of like rare and epic gear. People were picking them up for $5, $10. They're renting them out over $100, $200 a month. Those were the opportunities that people took. Now, they didn't know it was going to happen, but they just bought up those assets. Because it was no different to me buying up. It's no different to me buying all of these. Yeah? In the future, if these are valuable, I can go back and go, oh, look, I bought all of these for $2.50. Now, you might look at that right now and go, but they're worthless. Ah, but origin weapons are worthless. Yeah, absolutely, they are now. But what if they do something in the future and they're no longer worthless? Then I bought them all dirt cheap. Because when these are all worth like $10, $20 again, well, do you see what I mean? These are the things that I look, it's much easier for me to just keep all this stuff to myself because then I can profit a lot more from it. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to share all of this stuff. But the reason I am sharing it is because I enjoy helping people more than I enjoy making money, if that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, I love making money, but I enjoy helping people more. So if I can help people, that for me is more fulfilling. And then if I can put out some really good YouTube videos that people find useful, I make my passive income through ad revenue. GG. I don't need to worry about doing this. I do this because I enjoy it and it's fun. But I'm not sitting here trying to screw people over. I'm not sitting here trying to like scout people or anything like that. I hope, yeah, exactly. Spud Pasta, do you know what? If you have a new perspective and it helps you make some more informed decisions, then GG's, I've done my job. And that's kind of what I hope from you guys. And that's why me and Wildy Shark get on so well, because we think the same way. He is an incredible guy to watch. Incredible guy to watch. The economy is a big part of this game. It is. I just don't want people to get burnt by it. I do want to craft a rare hourglass, but I've got a couple of these and I'm a penny pincher, so I want to use this 12 minutes up before I craft with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and dismantle one of these for now. Everything looks the same on these. 12, 15, yep, still takes 2 hours. I haven't got a rare in here at the moment, but epic. Wait, hold on. That's changed. That's changed. Why is that only 23 now? Why is that one 26? Why is that one 23? Oh, because I've used 10 minutes of it. Don't worry, ignore me, ignore me. I've used like 10 minutes of that. I was like, why is that less time crystals? I must have put that on and gone into a dungeon. It's like 1 minute 48 left. Okay, well, let's just get rid of that. Cool. Yeah, there's not really much. My space is a bit empty at the moment, as you can see. There's not, well, in terms of workshops, I don't really. I missed the window on workshops. You've made me see that, not just in Big Time, but Web3 style games in general. There will be service niches to fill as people. Yeah, absolutely. Star Atlas is another one. There's going to be opportunities in Star Atlas the same way. Yeah, there's loads of games like this that I love looking at these supply chains and then looking at the both the macro and the microeconomics and the just the impact it has. And then the other thing as well is human psychology. One of the reasons I used to play poker professionally was because I was, I wouldn't say addicted, but I was fascinated by human psychology and reading people, what people are going to do. If you can read people and you understand pattern behavior, you can predict markets. If you can predict markets, you can make money. Have a very basic understanding of technical analysis and have a very deep understanding of human psychology. There is a really, really great guy called Alan Pease. Alan Pease. He has a book called Body Language. I don't even know where I'm typing at the moment. You can actually go and he's got like a TED Talk. He's got a TED Talk, but he's also got a book on Amazon. It's called Body Language. So his name is Alan Pease, and it is here you go. I'm going to chuck it across here so you can kind of see it. There you go. ALLANPEASE. It's a book called Body Language. You can get it on Audible. I highly recommend reading it. If you can't afford the book or you ain't got the money for it, just literally go and Google his name. Just go and Google Alan Pease Body Language. There's a TED Talk. Everything's on here. Go and watch this guy. Go and watch this guy. This guy explains body language in a really good way. In a really good way. There are some other really good books, by the way. If you're fascinated by money and economics and you want to learn about this kind of stuff, I would consider Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a great book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a great book. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, great book. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, great book. Can't remember who wrote that one. But these are all incredible books, really, really valuable books and great books to read. And then Alan Pease Body Language. I have so many books down here. I have bookshelves, so many books, because if you can take just the core lessons out of those 5 books, they will set you up for life. I promise you, they will set you up for life. And they are the books. Oh, and there is one more. There is one more that I recommend, and it's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The Power of Now. And The Power of Now was actually the book that got me through not only my divorce, but also being homeless. It's an incredibly powerful book. I will say them again. In fact, I will write them down for you. These are amazing books. And anyone that's, if you've read them, let me know in the chat if you've read them. The Power of Now. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So I'm writing these down. Think and Grow Rich. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Sorry, I spelled that wrong, but anyway, it is what it is. And then How to Win Friends and Influence People. And Body Language. Those are the books. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks. They are incredible reads. Really good books, and they should be given out in schools. They should be given to students in schools. In my opinion, that is everything you need. You have those books. They are the foundations, the absolute foundations of being self-sufficient in life and being able to break away from what I would say is the machine. Yeah, incredible books. All right, any questions? Anything you want me to go through? The Power of Habits too. I mean, look, they're just the top 5 I would start with. There's so many incredible books. So many. We can go through them, and in the future we can do stuff like that. The hardest book I've ever read. Is it's a book called The Master Key System. The Master Key System. It was actually what inspired a book called The Secret. The Secret is another really good book. But some people might think about the secret can sometimes border on conspiracy theory to some people and a bit woo-woo. But the Master Key System is just an insanely complex book. And it says, in order to... I can't remember what it is, but it's basically something along the lines. I don't want to mess this up and paraphrase it, but the Master Key System says, it talks about being omnipresent, and it talks about your thoughts, and in order to do something, you need to be something, and in order to be something, you need to think something. So you need to be able to like think before you can be, and you need to be before you can do. And so it's about changing your... It's like using neuro-linguistic programming to be able to change your mindset and reprogram your brain. It's a really powerful tool. It's a lot of stuff that Tony Robbins talks about. Tony Robbins has a lot of incredible videos. Some people, again, think he's a bit woo-woo. Some people don't like the whole American... Like, don't get me wrong. Tony Robbins, like, that whole sales webinar, like, go and buy my shit, run to the back of the room with your credit card. I don't like that model of selling. There's a lot of manipulation to be able to get you to spend money, but there is also just a phenomenal amount of valuable and useful content to be taken away from those sessions as well. So, yeah, honestly, guys, I mean, that was how... So the mindset that I created through reading those books and going to those seminars and learning all of that personal development was what took me from basically being homeless to my first million. That was that journey. And then when I lost that million, because life has a way of humbling you and bringing you back down to a level where if you get carried away and you start and you don't put the proper... If you do not put the proper safety precautions in place, you'll get wrecked. I got wrecked. And the reason that I got wrecked, just for anyone that's interested, is because I reinvested everything. It was in crypto. I reinvested everything. I didn't take profits. I never cashed out. I never sold a single asset. I never cashed out. I never took anything. I reinvested everything throughout the entire 2021 into 2022, throughout the entire bull run. And Jonard and the rest of my team, they'll tell you, I continue paying them wages a year after I run out of money. So my guild, everything run out of money, and for a year after that, I continued to pay them out of my own pocket because I didn't want to let them go, even though I didn't have the money. And the reason I did that was because I believed it was going to come back. But we went into this huge bear market, whole crypto winter. We went sideways. Wolf of Wall Street as well. I think that this is why now, if you look at my guild is about people before profits, but that doesn't mean people instead of profits. And what I would tell you now, and I've been saying this, and I keep saying it, and I keep saying it, take profits. There is nothing wrong with taking profits. You have to be able to de-risk. The first rule of anything you do in any economic situation, including this game, including and especially in this game, if you are looking at this game with the mindset that you want to make money, then you have to first consider what you're willing to invest. When you invest that money, you have to look at investing it in a sensible way. And then you need to consider, one, putting a portion of that to accumulate more, so growth, and also taking a portion of that out to de-risk. Because your first goal, if you want to make money in this game, your first goal is not to make profit. Your first goal should simply be on how can I make a split to accumulate more whilst at the same time de-risking my initial investment. Your initial investment in this game should get to the point of zero. You should have more assets than you started with, and you should be at zero invested. If you can get to that point over whatever time frame, then you are winning. Because at that point, after that, it's pure profit. And then you can start deciding on what strategy you want to do. So anyway, that's what I would recommend. Hey, I want to join a Discord, but the link is broken on my website. I think I fixed that. I do think I fixed that link, but if not, then Jonah, maybe you can grab that. People and profits, mate. Yeah, absolutely. How to zoom out of the map. Oh, you can zoom out of the map by using the, on the number pad on your keyboard, using the plus and the minus. The plus and the minus on the keyboard will allow you to zoom in and zoom out. Steve, since forges are not good to be used, don't you think it's better to put them in rent for a month with no renewal, even for $10, to de-risk that they can be used? I already did that with 2 forges. So yes, I don't think that's a bad shout. One, if people are using them, they're going to be leveling up for you. So it's a nice way to passively level them up. So that's good. I would also say that a month is a long time. If you're renting something out for a month, what if they pull a lever that changes something? Let's say in 2 weeks' time they do something and armories go through the roof. They 10x in value. You can't sell it. You can't take profit because you're stuck because it's rented out. So I love the idea of renting, and yes, it's a good idea, but because of the 30-day rental right now, it almost locks that asset up. So much can happen in a month right now. I don't want to be trapped, which is why I'm not renting. Still invalid link on it. I will fix the website. I apologize. I will fix that. I apologize. I'll see if I can do it right now. Right, 1 second. Yes, I use WordPress. I used to build websites for a living as well. It's my old company. In fact, I wrote a book. 1 second. I'm going to show you something funny. You ready for this? I'll show you something funny. Hold on. I got something in my hand. It's quite funny. I've forgotten how to build websites. Give me a sec. What am I doing? I'm going to appearance, menus. I've got that link. Thank you, Jonard. Appreciate you. Let me just go to join a Discord community, and there we go. There you go. The link should now be fixed. Done. WordPress, smooth to making websites. I use Elementor and WordPress. Very easy. So back in 2015, this will make you laugh. Just going to show you something funny now. I wrote a book. Yep, that's me. I mean, I was definitely a bit younger then. What do you reckon? Plan your website. The 10-step strategy, the 10-step guide to an online strategy that will get you results. I mean, yeah, this was at a time in my life when I was building websites, and I realized at the time that I could not compete with India and the Philippines because they were able to make websites much cheaper than I could. They could make websites much cheaper than I could because of cost of living. I lived in London, I had rent to pay, it was expensive, and I couldn't afford to build websites as cheap as other people. So I focused on the one thing that I knew that people in those countries were missing. Strategy. Oh, we might need to refresh it, sorry. Unless Jonah gave me a broken link. Well, I'll have anyway, DSI, I will check it out and have a look anyway. Sorry, if it's broken, I'll do it after the stream. But yeah, so I would teach people how to build websites. So funny thing about this is I actually picked up a client because of this book, and I built a website for Harvard University. Then the book was translated into Arabic, and it was used in universities in Saudi Arabia. And yeah, and then I just used to consult businesses. So I used to charge an insane amount of money. I used to go into London. I would work 3 to 4 hours a day. I would charge people £1,000 a day. It's like $1,500 a day, just to be able to go in and tell them how to build a website. It was a great business. It was really good. I took everything, I put it all online. I used to teach people how to build websites. I used to have a team. We used to build websites, and then I didn't enjoy it anymore. I just didn't enjoy it. I lost my passion. I wasn't happy. And that was around 2020. COVID had obviously happened. I was looking for something to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And that was when I jumped into crypto. That was when I started buying Luna. I started buying Luna at like $4. I bought a token called Aqua. I bought Aqua at $150 and that went up to $2,000. I bought Luna at $4. I think I sold it at like 80. I bought Solana when it was at like $1. I bought loads of stuff. And then I got into the DAOs, and then I started getting into Wonderland Time. You know, and I was putting like $500,000 into Wonderland Time and getting like 80,000% APR. I mean, it was crazy. And then I just got destroyed. I got destroyed in Luna. I got destroyed in Wonderland. I got destroyed in Axie. I got destroyed in other Web3 games. I got wrecked over and over and over and over to the point where I had to step back for my mental health. And when I stepped back, that was when I missed the workshops, because BIGTIME had obviously changed their plans. They were doing something different. And I didn't keep on top of things because I was having a break. And so that is why I don't have many workshops. But did I make money since I joined crypto? Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. I mean, I started off by, I put £25,000 of my own money in, and I turned that into 100,000, and then I turned it into 200,000, and then people started giving me their money to invest. So then I had friends that give me like $1 million or like $500,000 to invest, and then I was like just taking like, you know, I was just taking on clients doing security work, like teaching them how to set up their wallets. You know, I had clients on retainer that were paying me like £1,000 a month just to be able to be on call if they needed any help with crypto, like if they needed to move stuff off an exchange, or they would just pay me a retainer for me to be there. And so yeah, I had a few clients doing that, and then I got into Sunflower Land and I started advising with them, and then I worked with Sunflower Land, and I probably worked with them for like 6 months for free, and then they were paying me, and then I started working with another Web3 project, which I was invested in quite heavily, but that I've kind of stepped back from that a bit at the moment because they're taking a long time to launch, and I'm a bit worried about like the delays and stuff. So I think they'll launch. It's just I think they're taking a lot of time, and also I kind of want to focus on this. I was given £1,000. Yeah, absolutely. And the reason that people, and not $1,000, £1,000, it was like $1,500 a month. And the reason for that wasn't because of the basic crypto advice. I mean, you could go, oh my God, it's so easy to do that. Yeah, the advice was, I mean, it was good advice I was giving people. I mean, it was simple advice, but it was good advice. People were paying me for peace of mind and trust. You don't realize how important it is to be able to trust someone in this space. I had during the and Jonah, I don't know, Jonah, do you remember this? I had somebody on Twitter. I never met them. We're still friends. We still talk. They were in the crypto space. I was in the crypto space. I put a tweet out and I said, if you're not using a hardware wallet to manage your game assets, then you're asking to get hacked. And then a guild reached out to me and said, that really hurts. I've just been hacked. They sent me their Mystic Axie. They sent me their Axie Land. And this is when AXS was like over $120. This is when everything was at the peak. Jonard, I don't know if you remember this. But basically, somebody from Twitter that I had never met transferred me at the time $500,000 worth of assets. Literally 500 grand's worth of Axie assets to hold because they thought they were going to lose them and get hacked. And yes, I gave them back. And so trust is the most valuable commodity in crypto. And people will pay. People will pay for trust. Hey, how you doing, guys? How do I get those clients? Yeah, I mean, these are clients that I have worked with for many, many, many years. These are not new clients. These are people that these are business clients from my old business world who have come across into crypto. or wanted to get into crypto. These are not, I didn't just like randomly go into a Discord and be like, hey, pay me $1,000, I'll give you some basic crypto advice. Doesn't work like that. Your net worth is your net work. It's as simple as that. Your value is the people you have around you. So you could take everything away from me. You could literally give me nothing but an address book with the people that I know, and I'll get back to where I am. It's always possible to recover if you have friends, family, and good foundations with people. Yeah. I mean, I've got a limited company. I've got businesses. I've got a whole infrastructure set up around like how it's all managed and run and everything like that. So if you're going to, somebody asked me about hardware wallets. I'll just talk about this really quickly. This is the only hardware wallet I trust. It is the only hardware wallet I trust. This is a Trezor. It's really cool. It's all touchscreen. So you can literally just touch it. As you can see, look, Undisputed Noobs. We're on there. This is the only hardware wallet I trust. I wouldn't bother with a ledger. It's worthless. Fun fact. I'll teach you something now, very basic, but fun fact. This, in terms of security, is actually worthless. Many people think that just because you've got this device, you can't be hacked because you need to use this device. It is not true. You can bypass this device. If I had your seed phrase, I could put the seed phrase from this into MetaMask, and I could access these funds without this. People think, and this is a misconception, people think that because they have a wallet, that the funds that are in that wallet actually are in that wallet. A wallet is a construct. It is it's nothing more than a UI. It's an interface. MetaMask is just an interface. Your funds are not in your wallet. This is a really important thing for people to understand, and a lot of people don't understand this. All of Bitcoin, all of Ethereum, all of Solana is on a smart contract. It never ever leaves that smart contract. All of Ethereum is on the Ethereum smart contract. When you use a seed phrase, you connect to that smart contract and it tells you your allocation. That's it. And when you send it to someone, you're sending it to someone else's seed phrase. But it doesn't physically go from your wallet to their wallet. It stays on the smart contract. It never leaves the smart contract. So I think this is a really important lesson that a lot of people misunderstand, right? Is that all you need is a seed phrase. The seed phrase is the key. The device is irrelevant. The only reason this device is powerful is because I can put my seed phrase in here and it never ever enters my computer. That's the only reason. But I could still click a link and give someone accidentally my seed phrase without even knowing about it. It's still possible to do that. And so this is not as powerful as people believe. The reason that I use Trezor is not so much for the hardware device. It is because they have something called a hidden wallet. A hidden wallet. You have a 12-digit seed phrase, and Trezor allows you to add a 13th word. And that 13th word is the difference between getting hacked and not, because you can create unlimited wallets. You have your 12-digit seed phrase, and then you create all of these additional wallets. You could have your 12-digit seed phrase, and then your 13th word could be BIGTIME 1, BIGTIME 2, BIGTIME 3. And you can create multiple different wallets. And nobody would ever know they exist because you would never include that word, BIGTIME, which is your 13th word, you would never include that with your seed phrase. You just keep it in your head. Hidden wallets, 100%. Hidden wallets on Trezor is the safest, I believe, the safest way to manage your assets in a non-custodial wallet. Model T or Model 1? Actually, I don't know. Is there a new model out? There might be. I think I've got the Trezor 1. I don't actually know if there's a new model out or anything like that. I'd have to check. Products. Model T. I've got the Model T. That's what I use. Anyway, enough of that. We've talked enough. I can't play, unfortunately, guys. I can't go into a dungeon, but I've got this like huge shield, which is pretty nice. I'm actually lagging at the moment. All right, guys. I'm gonna head off. Where do I hold my Solana though? I hold my Solana in my Phantom wallet. I love Phantom. Phantom's such a great wallet. I know the team. Team are amazing. I've worked with the team a lot. Love what they're doing. Phantom's great. I love Solana. Solana and Phantom, best wallet, best chain in my opinion. Everyone's got their opinion. It's fine. But from my personal experience, from what I've experienced, I've just had nothing but good experiences with Solana and Phantom. Glad you've at least had time to get to rank 36. I mean, I was playing until last week. I was playing pretty consistently till last week. And then obviously I started to run into those inventory issues. Yeah, poor Wildy Shark is at level 10. Yeah, but I don't think he's not interested in playing, right? He's not really he's not really the gamer kind, like in that sense. He just wants to do production. And he's really cool, like in the way that he approaches things. I really like his philosophy. And I don't agree with everything that Wildy Shark does, and part of me just wants to scream at him and protect him and be like, don't buy that, you know, because I think sometimes he goes a bit crazy with things. But who am I? Right? Never take health advice off a fat person. Right? Never take financial advice off a broke person. You know, never take marriage advice off of someone going through a messy divorce. Right? You need to take advice off the right people. Who am I to tell Wildy Shark what he shouldn't spend his money on, right? He's obviously extremely successful. Now, yes, obviously I want to protect him because I don't want him to get wrecked. But at the same time, just because I have an opinion doesn't mean it's right. And if he wants to go and sweep the floor of common time wardens at 450, maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe he is able to see something or feel something that I can't. And so yeah, there's an element of me that, as much as I want to say to him, stop buying common time wardens at 450, like your exit liquidity for the player base. Maybe he's right. Cracked Hourglass, it's not exactly 48 hours, but I would say it's pretty darn close. And also it's weird because technically, I guess, if you picked up an Hourglass, right, and you've got a lot of space, the time in the last space should be different to the time in the first space. I'm not sure I understand what you've just said. Himago? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe there's a language barrier there. It sounds like you're asking me if I can get cancer. But maybe I don't know. I don't quite understand what you're saying. So I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's just a language barrier there. But I mean, I can. Yes, of course, anyone can. I don't want it. If you're offering it to me, no thanks. Just put it on the marketplace. Maybe someone will buy it. But yeah, no, I don't really understand what you're saying there. But you have to run all the way through this tutorial until you have the time's end. Yeah. Someone will buy it. Yeah, they would. But people will buy anything. I watched somebody buy some string on eBay once, and there was actually a series on TV called Money for Old String. Someone went onto a beach, They picked up some rope off a beach and they listed it on eBay and sold it. And I was like, yeah, people are buying. I mean, I've seen people buy bath water from streamers. I've seen people buy the strangest things. You know, it's why I wanted to set up onlytoes.com, because I know there's a market for it. There's such a good market for that. Onlytoes.com would clean up. You would, honestly, the amount of money you would make just sending AI feet pics. Just ridiculous. Just go onto the Just Chatting stream, go onto the hot tub stream and just post a picture of feet hanging out of a hot tub, and just AI a pair of feet into your OnlyFans feet account. You want to make money? Go do that. That's an easy way to make money. I got some business advice once from a really good business guy, and he said, you're not going to make money writing a business book. He said, if you want to write money, write a book about vampires having sex. You'll make more money writing that book than you ever will writing a business book. It's true. I'm just getting back into crypto and NFT space after a year of being gone. I see the game around and I see it on chain has evolved a lot. Is this game worth playing in terms of ROI? I mean, it's a great question. It's a great question, Ralph. I would say that the people right now who are profiting from this game are primarily the people who got in before the economy launch. That being said, yes, it is possible to profit from this game right now, but no, it's not easy. And also, there is no guarantee that the market is going to continue to stay where it is. You might well find that in the coming days, weeks, or months, you might find the market retrace, and you could end up finding yourself struggling to break even. I'm not saying that will happen, but I'm saying that it's possible. It could happen. So I would tread carefully with investing right now. That's not to say that you can't make money from this game. You absolutely can. But there's a lot of competition around making money at the moment, and the team are, every time an opportunity arises, the team are quick to close it down and change it or limit it. And so you normally have a very limited opportunity to make good money that lasts maybe a day, maybe less, and then it gets patched or nerfed. And there's a lot of other people now that are coming into this space and competing for that attention. So it's becoming harder and harder to make money. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it definitely requires an upfront investment. This is not a play to earn game. The way that I describe this is a pay to earn game. You have to pay money to earn money, and at the moment you have to pay a lot to earn a little. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I would probably wait for a better entry. That would be my advice, but I might be wrong. You do you. Trying to make a world record. Oh, okay. There is also the jump bug. Yes, there is. Why did I just get stuck? Oh, because I'm going the wrong way. Hold on, wait, what? I want to go up here. I do love it here. I remember the first time I come in here, I was like, this is incredible. I like the dungeons around here, but I'm not quite big enough. We'll go in here. Let's go and have a look in here, shall we? See what's going on. We should be able to open some chests, right? Is it 10 levels? It's 10 levels, right? We should be able to open some chests in here. Right now it seems that no play to earn game is really steady in ROI. All markets seem to fall down after a couple of months of launch. Therefore, I'm waiting to really commit. Yeah, see, it was interesting because I was having a little bit of dialogue, shall we say, with Shrapnel. And I found it fascinating because I don't like what they did. And, you know, I called them out on it. And then somebody in the comments said something, and I simply replied to that person and said, there isn't a single profitable Web3 game out there in terms of sustainability. There is not a single sustainable Web3 game out there. There just isn't. There's not one that exists. And the Shrapnel social media team came back and said, well, people who bought our initial avatars have like 3x up on their money. Yeah. Everybody's 3x up on launch. That's what happens with every single launch. It pumps and dumps. Every single launch does it, without exception. Like, you can't, during the initial mania stage pre-launch in the first pump, use that as a case study to the success of your platform. You just can't do it. It's vanity metrics. It's not sanity. And so, if I want sanity metrics, I want to see a project that's been trading for a minimum of 12 months that has a stable sideways utility token. If you can show me a token that has traded sideways for 12 months, then I will be impressed. And that's where I think the challenge is. Utility tokens in games aren't meant to be profitable. They're not there for you to be able to make money on them. They're there to be stable as a currency. And I think that that's where a lot of people misunderstand. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle. Right, well, I'm not getting my NFTs, so let's just go for it. I was waiting for my NFTs to load in. Where do I see Time Warden price with everything going in the next few months? Common Time Wardens, I mean, I think they belong around the $200 mark, honestly. Common Time Wardens around $200. Uncommon Time Wardens around a $350. Rare around a $500. I would then say Epic, maybe around a $750. Legendary around $1,000. Mythical, $1,500. Exalted, couple of grand. Exotic, $5,000. Transcendent, $10,000. If I was to have a guess at where I believe the scale belongs, it would be somewhere like that. I'm really bullish on Solana itself, though. But with NFTs, it's all about getting into whitelist and finding projects. I mean, yeah, like whitelist. It's just a marketing technique, right? Getting on whitelist and stuff like that. I mean, God, I remember the projects that used to literally get people to shill. It was like, hey, shill my project, or go and tag 10 of your friends and we'll give you a whitelist, and it was all crap. It's all crap. None of that stuff lasted. I mean, you can make money on it. You can make money on anything, right? Like there's money to be made there. I'm interested in, for me, it's not about making quick money. Making a few quid here and there, that's a gamble, right? That's the degen. I want to see a Web3 game where I can set up a model that involves me and requires me to pay. So I have to put in my money and my time, but the output of that money and that time is 20-30% ROI a year. Like, I want to be able to generate 10 to 20% a year. If I can do 10 to 20% APR a year, it's already better than a bank. It's already better than any other investment instrument out there. And if I can do that, then I can create something profitable, right? For me, personally, I don't believe... Oh, I forgot I'm on a really high level here, so... I'm not even going to be able to shout these, right? Nope. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, right. See you later, guys. I forgot I was in, like, this crazy dungeon. For me, I don't think that a token pumping or dumping is good or healthy. I want to see a token that goes sideways with solid game mechanics that allow me to consistently make a small amount of yield over time. That excites me more than a token doing 10x. If I sell my Exalted Warden now, I will make money, but there's only 2,000 and I would like to have at least one long term. So, Kev, I did just sell my Exalted Time Warden, and I'm nervous about it. I am nervous about the fact that I sold my Exalted Time Warden. I did keep one. I had 3 of them, so I did keep one. I'm happy with the money I made from it. It felt like a good sale, but at the same time, I am nervous about it because I absolutely want to buy it back. I just realised I'm gonna... Yeah, whatever. This is not gonna work. Oh, yeah, it is. We can just go here, look. Yeah. I've just crashed. Oh. Yeah, so, I mean... That... I just froze and then I died. Yeah, renting it could be an option, but then you never know, right? I mean, okay. 2 things to consider. How would you feel if in 2 weeks' time the floor for Exalted Time Wardens was 2 grand? How would you feel if in 2 weeks' time the floor for Exalted Time Wardens was 2 grand? Knowing that you could have sold it now for 4.5 grand, right? And then the other question is, what if you sell it now for 4 grand, but you can't buy it back? There's none on the market. And then the next time you see one on the market is 10 grand. You have to weigh up those feelings. I can't tell you what's right or wrong, my friend. I can't tell you. I sold mine because I wanted to take profits, but I absolutely want another one. My full intention, and I might be wrong, but my full intention was to cash out now because I believe it's a Pico top, and I want to buy back in. I want to accumulate more assets in this game. So I'm not leaving the game. I've cashed out because I believe that it's possible the market could come back down with additional supply, and if that happens, I will buy back in. And I am looking to accumulate more assets. And that is why I am sitting and waiting right now. Like, I'm in this for the long term, but I'm not married to it. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Guys, I can't play because I keep crashing. The game's not really kind of doing what I need it to do. It's a little bit difficult. I hope it's been useful for you guys. I really do. I know we've gone on for like a few hours tonight. There's been a lot of talking. Sorry, I apologise because, you know, there's not been that much gameplay. But I hope it's been useful. I hope you've enjoyed it because I know there's a lot of really good streamers out there that stream the game, and you can go and watch gameplay, and that's cool. There's not that many people talking about the economy, and there's not that many people talking about this kind of stuff, and that's kind of where I want to focus. And so, hopefully, this is useful. I'm sorry, this channel's not as much about balls. I'm definitely not like Wildy Shark in that sense. He's definitely got the banter on better banter game than me, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not doing giveaways or anything like that at the moment. We will do in the future. We will do. We'll do some giveaways and some cool stuff like that, and we'll start sorting that stuff out. But for now, just kind of want to give you some knowledge, and hopefully that's cool and it's useful. I'd love to go and raid someone if you will be ever so kind to join me, because I think it's so important. And I found the perfect guy. I found the perfect guy. Guys, please come and raid this guy. Come and raid this guy with me, please. Chat, please. I really want to do this. All right, I really want to do this. Come and do this with me. I found someone streaming big time. They don't have many viewers, and I absolutely love going into a stream when we've got a large amount of followers into someone that doesn't have very many. I think it's amazing. Can we go and give some love to this person? I don't know them. I've never seen them before. It might be a bad stream. I don't know. But we're going to go and raid this person, and I just want us to go and spread the love. This is the way, as a community, that we can bring new streamers and new people into this game, is by doing this. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope it's been valuable. I hope it's been good. This guy, he's older than me, to be fair. I don't even know what language he's speaking, but we're going to go and check him out. He looks like a cool guy. He's been streaming for 13 hours. 13 hours. Let me just check he's still streaming.
Ma non lo sonno, il che è il peggio.
He's still streaming. He's still streaming right now. All right, we're going to go and check this guy out. He's not English. I'm sorry, I apologize. He's not English, but we are going to go and raid him. So please join me. And then if you want to go and do your own thing after that, I totally get that. It's all good. But yeah, let's just go and have some fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be posting YouTube videos tomorrow. All right, I'll get a few videos out this week. And then obviously for Wildy Shark, I'll be on his stream because, well, why not? All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go and raid Dr. Mitch. Dr. Mitch. So if you're on Twitch, we're going to go and raid Dr. Mitch on Twitch. Hopefully you guys are ready. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Let's do this. GG's.